good evening, and welcome to the Gulf Coast Sports Network. We're coming to you live this Friday night for a fantastic football matchup between the Mustangs of Mitchell and the Eagles of Springstead. I'm Will Wilkie, along with the Gulf Coast Sports Network crew, coming to you live tonight from Spring Hill, Florida, in this marquee district matchup between two top teams in the region. I'll be your host for the pregame show. We're going to get things started with the coaches' keys to the game. Both Coach Andy Schmitz and Coach Mike Garofano of Mitchell and Springstead, respectively, were kind enough to sit down with the Gulf Coast Sports Network and give their keys to tonight's ball game. Then we'll take a quick break and toss it down to field analyst Derwin Gray for his pregame thoughts before taking it back up to the booth for Abe and Dave to get us ready for tonight's call. So don't go anywhere. We're about ready to get underway. You're watching the Gulf Coast Sports Network. We'll be back in just a moment.
One of the reasons we've been so successful at Divinity Med Spa is because we understand what people are looking for. They want to look rested, refreshed, good for their age. We can accomplish this by treatments such as Botox, filler, lasers, and an array of facials, all by a team of trusted experts. This is Divinity, Hernando County's only locally owned and operated med spa. Come see us. We can't wait to meet you.
Again, welcome back to Spring Hill, Florida, for tonight's game against the Mitchell Mustangs and the Springstead Eagles. Earlier on, we were able to sit down with head coaches from both squads, Coach Andy Schmidt of Mitchell and Coach Mike Garofano of Springstead, for their keys to tonight's marquee matchup.
I'm Coach Andy Schmitz. I'm the head coach at Mitchell High School. Tonight's keys to the game are our ability to pick up Springstead's blitzes. They do a great job of disguising their blitzes, and we got to work hard to do that. Also, our ability to be balanced on offense. That's very important that we're not all run or all pass. And then finally, we've got to tackle in space. They do a great job of getting their guys in space, and we've got to be able to make one-on-one tackles. I think tonight's game is a game against two really tough teams that are pride themselves on being disciplined. They look a lot like us when it comes to that, and I think it should be a very hard-fought, well-played game.
Tonight's game with Mitchell is a huge district challenge. You know, I mean, they beat us twice last year. Got the better of us twice last year. Once once at the end of regular season, once in the playoffs. So we've had this game circled for a while. We don't necessarily look that far ahead at games. We usually take it 1 week at a time, but we definitely know where they're at on our schedule. And for tonight, they're very well coached. They're disciplined. They get after it. They kind of, I feel like we're pretty similar in the way we coach and the way we handle things on our end. So it's the team that, makes the most plays, that doesn't give up the big play, and really works the hardest, like moves with the most purpose and most urgency, whether it be offense, defense, special teams, plays with the most intensity, because you cannot give up one single play. You can't take a play off. It could be a punt and they block your punt and then that's the game. It could be, there's so many little things that happen throughout the game, whether it be taking the wrong step, stepping the wrong way, pulling the wrong direction, missing tackle, this or that. All those things add up in a game. And in a game like tonight's game with Mitchell, if we have any hiccups whatsoever, the big play and missed plays, missed tackles, missed assignments, then they're going to make you pay. So we got to be really on our game for all 100+ plays of the game.
Again, we'd like to thank Coach Andy Schmitz and Coach Mike Garofano for sitting down with us this evening to give us their keys to tonight's ballgame. But for now, let's take it down to the field for Derwin Gray and his keys to tonight's ball game. Derwin?
Thanks, Will. Tonight is a beautiful night for football. The weather is great, and the guys are fired up to get out on the field and prove it tonight. Man, I want to start off early with Springstead. They coming in 5-2 hot. Man, they got to get the run game going early with Macasio, led by the big guy up front, Trenton Hayes. He's been leading the pack all year, opening up holes for Macasio. He's been hitting it as we've been seeing all year. They're going to need more of it tonight to get them guys a chance to win tonight. Also, I want to key out Jaden James, man. The guy is an on-fire linebacker. He's great with reading with his eyes to run the pass. We need a big game out of him tonight as well for them guys to successfully be an all-around group. For Mitchell Mustangs, those guys have a dual quarterback, man, that's getting it done with his legs, man. This guy is knowing how to escape a pocket, not only just dump it off for little plays, but he's able to get it down the yard and get big explosive plays. That guy is coming in, he's only a sophomore, has a lot of room to grow, but he's playing well this year, man. These guys are only 4-3. They looking to advance, and these guys are playing really well for Mitchell, man. I'm excited to see this game tonight. I'm excited to see these guys fired up. It's a district game. What more could they ask for? Back to you, Will.
Thank you very much, Derwin, for that on-field report. So that concludes our pregame show here on the Gulf Coast Sports Network. Again, Will Wilkie along with Derwin Gray, as well as our keys to the game from Coach Andy Schmitz and Mike Garofano. But for now, let's take it up to the booth and the beginning of the call for tonight's ball game with Abe and Dave. Take it away, boys.
Thank you, Will, and welcome viewers to one of the biggest showdowns of the season with district implications on the line. Home team Springstead Eagles sit at 5-2, hosting the Mitchell Mustangs 4-3.
That's right, Abe. If you remember last year, and most Eagle fans do, Springstead had one of the best football squads in school history. Unfortunately for them, they were put out of the playoffs by this very Mitchell team. The Eagles have not forgotten and should be running on all cylinders tonight.
Well, Dave, this Mitchell team is a force to reckon with, especially on the offensive side of the ball, averaging 425 yards per carry per game and more than 36 points. They are led by two sophomores. First is Caden Thomas. This quarterback has thrown for more than 1,400 yards and 15 touchdowns, but the Mustangs take serious pride in their rushing attack. Corey Sims averages over 9 yards per carry and a whopping 182 yards per game, and he has scored 21 touchdowns.
That's some serious horsepower, Abe. Springstead has a rushing attack of their own featuring Connor Macasio, whose stats almost mirrors Sims. In fact, both running backs are nearly the same size. They have similar explosive running styles. For Springstead, they've had a tough time finding just one quarterback. We have seen them play as many as 4 quarterbacks in one game, and that makes it challenging to establish a consistent passing attack. They do have some talented wide receivers in Terrence Wright, Tyree Davis, and Derek Chicarella.
Yes, Dave, getting those athletic receivers involved would greatly help the Eagles because Mitchell defense is aggressive. They like to bring pressure. The Mustangs have 30 tackles for losses and 19 sacks on this season.
Well, you live and die by the pressure, and when it works, they shut down the opposing offenses. But when it doesn't work, well, other teams score, and they score a lot. Mitchell's given up 35 or more points 3 times this season, and all 3 times ended with a loss.
As we mentioned earlier, the Mustangs aren't afraid to score a lot of points. And if you told me Springstead needed 35 points to win tonight's game, I would agree. So much firepower on the field tonight. Dave, how good is this Springstead's defense?
Well, Abe, they have some serious hitters. On the defensive line, look for number 40, Clint Huggins. He's also our senior spotlight tonight. And number 80, Michael Rizzuto, to put up some serious pressure on Caden Thomas. The linebacker, Jaden James, must establish his presence early if they hope to slow down Sims. And in the secondary, they have Dalton Williams. He leads all the Eagles with 4 interceptions, but he will need to play his best game of the season against some of the best receivers in the area.
There you have it. 2 aggressive teams that score a lot of points. 2 defenses that fly to the ball and make big plays. 2 teams fighting for playoffs. 2 teams that are familiar with one another. And 2 teams ready to play their best football tonight, brought to you by your friends here at Gulf Coast Sports Network.
I'm excited for this game, Abe. You know, when we got our schedule and we got to see some of the games that we were going to be broadcasting, this is a game that we have circled especially from last season's awesome games. They had two awesome games, a regular season game and a playoff game. Both Mitchell came out on top on both of those games last year, but it's a new year. It's new players. We talked about two impact players that are sophomores, so we got some younger guys for the Mitchell team that are having like a ton of success. Um, but Springstead's 5-2. They've had a lot of success of their own. So it should be a great game tonight.
Dave, I sit here and I'm watching both teams warm up and looking at the magnitude of this game. And it's one of those situations, like you said. Last year, Springstead was one of the toughest teams in the county, and they believe they lost the first round of the playoffs to Mitchell. So it's a lot at stake here. Some of these seniors remember, because they were juniors the year prior, and they remember some of the things that happened during that game, and it's their senior night. So
Yeah.
what is the best way to go out is to beat the team that knocked you out of the playoffs, last year. And this right now is the time to where you got both teams trying to get into the playoffs. This is where the coach should not be talking about who needs to be on the field, when, what. Penalties should be very minimum tonight. Yes, it'll be an intense game, and that's what we're looking for, a great intense game. But this should be one of those games to where you're doing those final touches, getting ready to make that playoff push, and it's very important at this time.
It is most definitely important. Um, and you and I were here before the game and before the warm ups, and it is senior night here for Springstead, and a lot of those seniors walked across the 50-yard line with their family, and are recognized, and every game matters, but it's against a tough opponent that you already know. It's for the playoffs. It's on your senior night, so the just like you said, it's got to be clean football. It's got to be aggressive but clean football. And I think we're going to get it, Abe. I think we're going to get it. I think these are two very well coached teams, and I think they're definitely going to get it. But you can see look at the captains there. All right, so Springstead's going to defer to the second half, which means the Mustangs are going to be receiving the the opening kickoff here, Abe. So we get to see that high-powered offense first.
And here's the thing. This is perfect football weather. I
Oh, it's
mean, you could not ask for a better night for high school football Friday night under the lights.
yeah, the temperature's perfect. The weather, the conditions are perfect. I mean, this is going to be a really good game.
You mentioned the senior spotlight. Who's the senior spotlight tonight?
Our senior spotlight's going to be defensive lineman Clint Huggins, number 40. He he had a big season for the Eagles last year. I ended his season a little early. I believe he broke his hand, but he's been here all 9 games so far this season, or 7 games so far this season, and he's had a pretty solid season. It's always fun to watch the teams run out before the kickoff here and get them ready to go.
Oh, most definitely. And Dave, this is where you got to play smart football. Time of possession is going to be a key to this game, and turnovers.
Turnovers, absolutely.
Minimize the turnovers and see exactly what both teams are made of. This is another game that can be won or lost down there in the trenches. Mitchell coming in with a high power running attack, and the only way you can stop that engine is to wrap up. And if the Eagles aren't wrapping up, then that engine is going to just keep moving down the field. So, Springstead will have their hands full as well as Mitchell will also. So, we only moments away before, we start this great game right here at Booster Stadium, Spring Hill, Florida.
Should be a battle. It should be a battle.
You got your parents, your relatives and friends, out here for the game. It's a nice crowd on hand on both sides. Where else could you get this live action entertainment right here on Gulf Coast Sports Network? Make sure you send us a like. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you tell a family member or a friend we're live right now and getting ready for one of the biggest showdowns in Spring Hill tonight on Friday night.
We have some fun things for the viewers tonight too. After halftime, they'll get a chance for a trivia question, which I can't wait for.
You love doing those trivia. And we have a nice boot. Mitchell takes the
Hitting it
ball
hard.
straight down the
Hit it
field.
hard. He got some
He finds
blockers.
some room,
Oh,
and he's brought down by his own player.
oh man.
That was number 3, R.J. Peabody of Mitchell Mustang, who was about to take it to the house because he had one man to beat and actually ran into his own player, which he fell to the ground. But
Yeah, I mean he was so explosive right up the middle there, and like you said, man, he just ran right into the back of his teammate who was trying to make a block, but uh, lucky break for Springstead. Now we get to see him play some defense. We get to see that high-powered offense.
looks like the Mustangs come out with trips to the left, single receiver to the right, straight
Ooh,
handoff, and he's met immediately in the backfield by number 5, Jaden James.
we just talked about Jaden James, how he has to establish himself early if he wants to be able to hold on to Sims, and that's a good pop right at the what is that yard loss? He lost a yard on
It
that,
looked
but
like it lost about 2 yards on that play.
yeah, that's a great play for the defense of Springstead.
Mustangs come back in a 4 wide set, single back shotgun formation. Quarterback takes the snap. He drops back. He's looking for a receiver.
Tip ball.
Ball's in and out of the hands.
Yeah, the ball was just a little high, but it did touch the receiver's hands. We're gonna take a Care One instant replay here as he drops back, looks. Pretty well covered too. Had to be thrown high, or else it could have been intercepted. But it's third down in a little bit here, Abe.
Looks like the Mustangs will go back in the trips to the left, single receiver to the right, shotgun formation. Thomas giving the cadence, and they were able to get the Eagles to jump off sides. It's going to be number 5, Jaden James.
Well, sometimes when you mix up your snaps on aggressive defense, you can make them a little slower to get to you.
Right, I'm quite sure that Coach upset about that because here it is. It's fresh early in the game, and they're giving them yards, and they go back to that 4 wide set. Thomas in shotgun formation. Thomas dropped back, throws a dart. Looks like he picked up the first down.
Yeah, that throw was right at the sideline, and Tyree Davis is able to push him out of bounds, but not till he reached the sticks. You're gonna see this on the replay. It's just a deep out, and he goes out. The ball's already there in his break. Tyree made sure he wasn't going out and up, but picks up the first down.
Mustangs got 2 split to right. Quick handoff up the middle.
Looks like that tackle was made by number 34 for the Eagles. Sims is one of those guys. I mean, he averages over 180 yards a game. He hasn't been super successful here, but all he does is need one to break for him to get some big yards.
Seemed like another offside penalty. That's 2 on number 5, Jaden James, which he's trying to apply that pressure. But what the Mustang is doing, they're using that to their advantage because he's giving them 5 yards because his aggressiveness, and they're trying to slow that down.
And he is an aggressive linebacker, which coaches love, but right now it's costed him 10 yards so far on this drive.
Thomas dropped back.
Tip ball.
Ball looked like it was tipped by the Eagles.
Might have been Chirella on that tip ball, but regardless, it'll bring up another down, third down here and short. Last time they were in third down, we saw a quick out where they threw the ball, where Caden Thomas threw the ball before the receiver got his head around. And
Mustang loving this 4 wide set. Thomas in the shotgun. And he takes it up the middle himself. Eagles trying to stuff him to keep him from picking up the first down.
Look like big number 73, Nicholas Diaz. You know, he is a strong defensive lineman. He was one to keep Thomas from going any further, but it was already 3 yards in when they met contact.
Referee signals for the first down.
Dustin, you can't go any deeper than that. You're gonna have to stay there.
Thomas dropped back. He puts the ball in the air, and we got some flags on the play.
Well, looked like he might have fallen, but when there's a flag in the two different flags in the area, it's probably going to be some helpful falling. Sometimes you get tangled up, but it looks like they saw some hands.
They're gonna call holding on the defense.
It's going to be another automatic first down.
You know, we said at the beginning that, you know, we should not be seeing many penalties, you know, at this stage, you know, of the season.
Yeah, and that we've seen 3 so far, and they've all been on Springstead, and almost a busted special teams play.
2 offsides and 1 holding. Thomas keeps it, takes it up the middle, breaks around the right side, picks up about 7 yards on that carry.
Yeah, check out the replay here. He's going to fake it to Sims, and he's going to be able to pull it down. He's got quite a bit of room there to run. Looks like he was tackled by number 27, Dalton Williams.
Mustangs come back in that 4 wide set. Thomas takes the snap. Quick hitch pass to number 2. He makes a man miss.
Tried to get outside on that. Jaden James, for the record, blitzed on that play, timed it up perfectly. He just got on the wrong side of the center. So we're going to see this. He just shot the A gap there, and the quarterback had to get it out. Number 2 right here catches it, tries to get outside. That's Bryce Backus.
Looked like number 14, Zylas Pastronata, made a saving tackle on that play. Mustangs go with split receivers to the right. Quick handoff to number 10, Malabar. Looks like he picked up about a yard on the play. And bring a 4th down for the Mustangs. Now, while we watched the Mustangs, they had a kicker that was making some nice kicks, but it looked like they were going to go for it on the 4th down.
It's 4th and short here. When you're averaging 425 yards a game, all you need is 1. You feel pretty comfortable about it unless they're trying to jump them off sides, which they're going to call a timeout and think about it.
Hey, let's get ready to take a commercial break.
Certainly, I'm an avid golfer. Been, golf usually weekly. Play a lot with my wife.
With the repetitive motion, as you know, with a lot of golfers, it's an unnatural motion that you put your body through.
After suffering for years with shoulder pain, Mike chose stem cell therapy as an alternative to surgery.
I'm just excited because patients that have been in pain for years that are now doing the things that they want to do, and Mike's just going to be adding to that list.
Call Aligned Integrative Medicine for exam and x-rays to see if you qualify for stem cell treatment.
Big down for us, Abe.
Quick handoff number 10. He busts up the middle. He has the first down and flags on the play. And it looks like he got taken down at the 1 yard line, but there's some laundry on the field.
Look at it. He just goes right up the middle. right up the middle, and it looks like he's right at the less than
1
a
yard
foot line.
It should be a first down.
Oh, they got a face
First and
mask.
goal.
That's first and nothing to go, really. But you can see Diaz is right there in the middle, right over the ball. He's going to try to stop any penetration from the middle.
Ball handed off to number 10, and he's in the end zone. That's going to be Jake Mulberry.
Yeah, that looked like a pretty simple drive for the Mustangs as they made the 2 really important third down plays. But the pass interference and the 2 offsides and the face mask really did add up for the Eagles. And not to take anything away from the Mustangs, because they look like, we got the fancy extra point. We used to call that swinging gate, and sometimes I'll go for 2 out of that.
Steps down, kicks away, and it looks to be good.
Looks to be good.
And the Mustang take this opening drive in for a touchdown. Let's go ahead and take a commercial break.
All right, now we get a chance to see the Springstead Eagles offense and see if they can answer, which they've done a pretty good job of doing all season long.
Look like we got back deep for the Eagles. Number 2, Tyree Davis, and number 4, Connor Macazio. Ball looked like it was caught by Kadarius Owens.
Yeah, Kadarius Owens is the up man, And the idea here is to kick the ball high, give your defense an opportunity to come downfield and limit the return yards. And even though they got it to about the 30-yard line, it had good coverage on it.
Well, right now, the challenge is right now on Springstead because Mitchell was able to take the ball and drive it straight down the field and score a touchdown. Springstead has to come out and answer.
Looks like Gio Martinez is going to get the start for the Eagles tonight.
Got a little motion.
Oh, they ran into one another there on the after the exchange. Macazio got the handoff and ran into the jet motion. That's the second time we've seen people run into their own teammate.
Tonight, one saved a touchdown. His own player stopped that touchdown. But I'm not going to take anything away from Springstead's defense. They did jump off sides a couple times, and the holding as well as the face mask, which gave Mitchell that opportunity to move the ball down the field and to score. The Eagles come out with trips to the right side of the field, shotgun formation.
A pre-snap penalty.
Look like they have number 15, Gio Martinez, back there in a shotgun formation at quarterback.
Looks like the Mustangs are going to get their first penalty of the night, 5-yarder, which will bring up second down and
workable.
Workable. Much more workable. That's right, about 7.
The Eagles stay in the trips to the right side of the field.
No safety.
Quick handoff.
Fighting for it.
He's fighting hard. Looks like he picked up about 3 yards on that carry.
Yeah, when you fight for yards like that, you just got to make sure you have the ball covered up, which Macasio did. But before the snap, I said there's no safety, and we spoke earlier about Springstead throwing the ball about 55 yards a game, so Mitchell doesn't really need a safety back deep.
So right now they're taking a water break on the field. We're going to take a commercial break.
For the past 5 years, I haven't ran because I just believed that my body was on the decline, that the pain that I was experiencing was not tolerable enough for me to go out and run. And the day that he adjusted me, I felt that relief, and I felt like I could actually put on my cleats again.
All right, you can see the huddle over there as the coaches are talking to their offensive players, getting ready for this big 3rd down and 5 right now. We saw the jet motion before. A lot of times they'll jet motion and then run Macasio or vice versa. But they may even have a keeper out of that with Gio Martinez, probably the second leading rusher on the team.
Eagles stay with the trips.
Ooh, just thrown out of
Incomplete
bounds.
pass.
Yeah, Gio wanted to run it, but he did look downfield after he was in some hot pursuit, and he threw the ball near the receiver, but it's kind of one of those not really catchable balls that if maybe the defense is tugging on a jersey, you're going to be able to find it and get a penalty. Looks like they might be coming here, Abe. Got a lot of guys on that line of scrimmage. Right up the middle.
Kicks away, and it looks like it's going to bounce out right there at the 45-yard line.
He was underneath. He was under a lot of pressure on that. I'm surprised he got it away as crisp as he did. But now we get a chance to take a peek at the offense a second time. What did Coach say to the defense? What are they going to try to do here? How can they stop them? Because we've seen this high-powered offense put up 36 points per game.
That's a great shot there, John.
Looks like the Mustangs come out with a 4-wide set. Shotgun formation. Thomas takes the ball. He looked like he wanted to throw it, but he decided to keep it. Looked like he picked up about three yards on the carry.
Yeah, the Springstead Eagles really wanted the ball out on that one, but yeah, it looked like Jaden James first on the scene there.
A little too tight.
Mustangs now trips to the right. Quarterback keeps.
Oh, they got a hold right there, I believe. Yeah.
Flag on the field.
Really good decision by Caden Thomas to pull the ball and take off and keep it himself. We're going to check out the Care 1 instant replay right here. He's just going to read it, pull it, take it, and he pushes the guy in there. Unfortunately, his right hand grabs the jersey, and they're going to bring back that play and back him up some yards to go with it. So now it's the second penalty on the Mustangs tonight. But they have a strong passing attack.
It looked like he called face mask as well, which backed them all the way up.
Yeah, there was two flags on that one.
Mustangs go back into the 4-wide set. Thomas rolls to the right, looking down the field, finds a receiver and make a completion.
That's a really great catch. Number 14 for the Mustangs, Brady Miller. He's normally their top 2 receiver for the Mustangs, and he caught that ball, but he was covered. I always tell receivers, if you can catch a ball, you're good when you can catch it when someone's right on you.
But he was able to catch it and make up some real estate of those penalties, which make it third and manageable. It's 3rd and 10 right now. 4 wide set. Thomas dropped back. He pushed the ball in the air. Intercepted by Owens.
He's got some room. He's got some room. Bring it to
He
the
bring it
sideline.
to the right side of the
He's
field.
got people.
Owens got some room.
Cut it in.
He cuts it back. He's still moving. Brought down from behind at about the 11-yard line. Owens made a nice interception and made the ball. Make sure you check it out right now on the Care One Instant Replay.
It all starts with a pre-snap. The defenses are spread out really good. Thomas really thought he had a play here, but it just goes over, and Owens is right there, and he's able to run with it, bringing the Eagles inside the red zone here. Great convoy for the defense.
You know,
to help him out.
That could be a momentum change, for the Eagles.
Yeah.
Now their offense just has to answer on this turnover.
Well, it's 4 down territory inside here, even though they do have Maldonado, the very efficient kicker. It's not always four down territory, but they're going to want it to be 4 down territory because they're going to want 7 points here.
Looks like they put Tyree Davis under center. Quick handoff to number 4. He finds a little room. He's still moving. Picks up about 7 yards on the carry.
Yeah, that's Macasio, number 4, just running the ball. I mean, you saw him just patiently running. That was not his explosive runs that we usually see, but he ran with his eyes and was able to get almost to the first down.
The Eagles decided to come out with a different offensive formation, especially like you mentioned early in the game, to where they've been bouncing back and forth with quarterbacks.
Yeah, Tyree Davis gives them a package. He's a package deal. They like the fact that he can pull the ball and run the ball. Though he runs the read option really well, and he is an explosive runner himself.
So it looks like it's going to be 2nd down and inches after the referees does a measurement, which gives a lot of life to the Eagles, especially from that explosive interception by Owens, who was able to, make lots of real estate on that play. And had he had a few more steps, he would have been in the end zone. That would have been a nice pick 6 for the Eagles.
But they keep Davis in under center here.
John out a little bit.
He hands off number 4. Looks like he's powering another flag on the play. While they unpile and get everybody there and figure out what this play is, we like to thank each and every one of you for tuning in to Gulf Coast Sports Network. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit that like, and make sure you call a relative that may not know that we got one of the biggest battles going on right now, and it's still early in the game.
So we got a face mask call,
which is an automatic first down at the goal line.
So they're a yard away.
So if I was coaching right now and this was my offense and everybody's anticipating number 4, I quarterback keep.
And that's what they do. And I'm looking for a signal. He wasn't far away to begin with, but looks like they're still going to mark him almost to the paint there. But
like I say, this game could be won and lost in the trenches.
Look at that great shot. Look at that nose is almost touching the paint. I think you'd have to do it again. What do you think?
This is where you do one of those plays. You got to take it back into the day. You do a center sneak. Center put the ball down, quarterback get it, put it back down, and then the center pick it up and go inside.
Well, they do have some people over the center here, and they're all real low.
Looks like Davis is in for the touchdown. And we have the signal from the referees. So,
that makes
the Eagles strike coming off a turnover on the defense with that interception by Owens, which he was able to maneuver his way all the way down to 11-yard line, and then the offense came in and pushed it in. So that's making points off a turnover, which is a great job.
Absolutely. As this First quarter winds down. It's been everything we expected it to be. And that kick is good, Abe. We got a tie ball game.
So 2 minutes, 11 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Eagles 7, Mustangs 7. And we said from the very beginning, tonight's a battle. So let's go ahead and take a commercial break. Yep. So they did the hole, and then they did the face mask, which just marched them directly down the field.
Abe, what can you tell our viewers about PDQ of Brooksville? What can you tell them?
Well, PDQ, they have nice specials. As a matter of fact,
they do.
aren't they a part of the player of the game?
No, they're part of the trivia question, Abe. The trivia question, they're going to give one person a free meal, but also right now anybody can get 25% off now till closing here in Brooksville at the PDQ. Oh, we touched it.
Now, how do you do this trivia?
Well, the trivia question is going to come into play after halftime. And we're going to read off a question, and the first person to answer it in the chat room will be our winner. But they must be a subscriber to be the winner. And we've had a lot of winners over this past season, and they all seem to be very thankful of PDQ and that meal that they get.
So we need to make sure we run down there and grab ourselves a bite to eat.
Yes, we do. All right, another chance to see the defense here. Another chance to see the offense. Another chance to see how the sophomore, Caden Thomas, reacts after an interception. My guess is they're going to hand the ball to Corey Sims and see if they can take a little pressure off. But let's see.
The Mustangs come back in that trips to the right, single back, quick handoff, and he punches it up the middle, picks up about 4 yards on the carry. That's going to be number 18, Corey Sims.
Yeah, he was tackled high, but still brought down. We mentioned before the game, him and Connor have a very similar size, stature, and running style. You can see the Mustangs looking at the sideline, getting a play from their coach from the sideline.
Thomas hands it off to Sims. Again, Sims powers his way up front. Looks like he picked up the first down.
Diaz on the tackle, first one on scene anyway. Now, for a big, strong defensive lineman, you see this guy has some pretty good agility. Right there, number 73 in the middle, you're seeing he's going to shed the block, and he's right there on the ankles right there of the ball carrier. Good job by Sims to pick up the first down.
First and 10. 4 wides formation. Thomas dropped back. So a quick little hitch to 18. He finds some room. He's still on his feet. And he picks up about 5 yards on the carry.
Yeah, he was under some serious pressure by Rizzuto, number 80. Was able to get rid of the ball quickly to the tailback, who picks up some nice yards. Didn't go down on first contact. Kept his balance and was able to turn it into a 5-yard gain.
Looked like the time's winding down. It's about 34 seconds remaining in the first quarter.
John, out a little bit more.
Oh, they're trying to get him again. Looks like they may have learned their lesson there.
Another quick handoff to Sims. Picks up about 2 yards on that carry before he slips down.
Yeah, it looked like he lost his footing there as he tried to make an explosive cut. Should bring us to the end of the first quarter, Abe. With a tie ball game and a pretty good game. Let's take a break and hear from some of our sponsors.
One of the reasons we've been so successful at Divinity Med Spa is because we understand what people are looking for. They want to look rested, refreshed, good for their age. We can accomplish this by treatments such as Botox, filler, lasers, and an array of facials, all by a team of trusted experts. This is Divinity, Hernando County's only locally owned and operated med spa. Come see us. We can't wait to meet you.
Mustangs back in a 4 wide set. We got motion and we got flags on the play.
Looks like someone might have moved on the offense there before the snap. Now, as we start this second quarter, Abe, we should talk about our halftime show with our senior spotlight, Clint Huggins. We get an opportunity to interview him, talk to him about his journey of football and how it's changed his life, and get to know him a little bit better at halftime. So tune in at the halftime to see our senior spotlight, Clint Huggins.
Thomas dropped back, quick pass.
Ooh! Wow, that was almost. It looked like Coach almost picked it off. Did you see that? Coach was playing the tip drill on the sideline.
It was intended for number 14, Brady Miller, but it looked like he had to get rid of it quickly due to the Eagles' pressure, which now brings up 4th down. And will they punt on this play? Looked like they brought their kicker in the game.
Yeah, I see Dalton Williams back deep. Maybe Tyree Davis is my guess.
I see Owens.
That's Owens.
Owens
it's
back
Owens
deep.
and Williams back deep.
The ball's away.
It's on the ground.
Looks like it's going to get a nice Mustang bounce all the way to the 9-yard line.
Yeah, that was a
and
that
the
was
Eagles
a nice,
will take over down.
Nice special teams effort there, for both teams really, because it you didn't see the up man run in there to get it, especially where they were located, and took a good bounce for the Mustangs. And now we get to see a long drive, or a long opportunity for a long drive, or we get to see a strong defense. But it's 7-7. Start this second quarter.
Well, we really haven't seen the Eagles move the ball down the field other than with the penalties and a few run plays that they had the opportunity to get into that end zone. So if they can orchestrate a nice drive here, sustain some time, and it looked like number 15 is still back at quarterback, Gio Martinez, and he took the ball. It's a high snap, but he was able to pick up about 2 yards on the carry. Well, they say no gain, so from where he received that ball and that high snap, looked like he was able to gain some yards, but he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Back to the original line of scrimmage, yeah. You see the Mustangs moving around based on alignment, so that's...
Eagles in the trips. Martinez, quick dart. Nice catch. Looks like he picked up a first down for the Eagles. And that's going to be number 28 for the Eagles, Austin.
That's Austin on the catch. And all we're doing here in this replay is it's just a fake to Connor Macazio. And it's a quick hitch right there. Boom, he's looking right now. The ball's right there. He settles in, catches it, 2 hands, gives it right to the middle of the line of scrimmage. Big first down, be able to give them a little breathing room out of their own end zone.
Eagles come back in that trip set. Single receiver to the left, motion right. Quick hits of Macazio. Picks up about 5 yards on that.
And that's gaining Martinez some good confidence. He's been able to complete 2 passes in a row. They don't have to be home run shots. The idea here is if you can get 5 yards, get 5 yards. You get 7 yards, get 7 yards. You don't have to take 50 yards on a pass play. But those little plays do open up the big plays, and it also helps open up the run game.
It's all about moving the chains, which brings up second down at about 6 yards. Martinez decides to keep it.
He's going to pick up some yards here, but we saw a corner blitz come in, and Gio was able to pull down the handoff to Connor Macazio and able to go up the gut there and get 3 yards.
So it looks like it'll bring up 3rd and 3. 9 minutes remaining in the second quarter.
But these are those long drives that you spoke about, keeping the Mustangs' powerful offense off the field right here.
Quick handoff. Nice hard run.
Very hard run, but also a hard hit there on the defense. It looked like maybe 27 on the big powerful hit, and that would be Jacoby Figot for the Mustangs. But they might have to measure this. It looks awfully close to me, Abe. Quick little measure.
He signals first down, so they gave him the first down.
Okay. Well, sometimes you think you got to measure, and sometimes you say, no, we're good. It's going to be a first down. That's a big first down. 2 first downs in a row, and that's what we talked about for eating up the clock.
And sustaining a drive.
Sustaining the drive.
And when you have a drive like this, you can't let a holding call, back you up. You got to constantly be disciplined and move the ball down the field. Hand off to number 4 again. He's met immediately in the backfield.
Yeah, that whole defensive line was able to push back the offensive line of the Eagles, and Macazio was able to run in to his offensive line. Looked like number 52 was on the tackle there for the Mustangs. About second down here.
Look like it's second and about 13.
What you're seeing here is you're seeing the cornerbacks and the safeties rotate fields based on the players.
Martinez keeps it.
He had a pitch man over there on the outside, number 28, Austin, who caught the pass for us earlier. It looked like he was going to pitch it to him, but he was able to just keep it himself and kind of turn it into a little gain here.
Looked like he picked up about 4 yards on that play. Brings up 3rd down. See if the Eagles can pick up this first down here and sustain this drive and keep the ball moving.
But the Eagles have let Gio handle the ball a lot more in this game than maybe the Mustangs were ready for.
He keeps it.
Oh.
Threw it too high. Pass was intended to number 28.
That's Austin again. And he was eager to get rid of that ball, and it just sailed north above Austin's head. But he did have some running room if it was down a little bit. But this will bring a punting situation up for the Eagles, which last time is almost blocked. And that's a great view there of the return man, number 10, Jake Malvar for the return.
Nice high kick. He waits for the fair catch.
He raced for the fair catch, but he said, well, maybe I should return it. But knows that by rule you got to stop those feet, and that's what he did. But he did his job by making sure it wasn't going to get a long Eagle bounce and caught the ball. And it looks like they're going to have ball on about the 35-yard line here, Abe. 7:02 to go in the first half.
And I didn't realize the Eagles quarterback, number 15, Gio Martinez, he's just a junior. 6 foot, 170 pounds.
Yeah, and he moved into the school late this summer, very late. And he missed some spring ball, but he's been caught up on the playbook by now.
Nice hitch pass.
Yeah, that's just a quick screen there. Tackled by number 1, Derek Chirella.
It's Bryce Backus.
And that's just a screen the whole way. He takes the ball and just almost like a baseball pass, able to get it out there.
And he picked up 5 yards on that play.
Looks like PJ Classo's over there as well with Derek Chirella.
Look like the Mustangs got twins to the left, single receiver right. Quarterback drops back, puts the ball in the air. Nice catch on a post route.
Yeah, that post route, he was open right from the get-go. That's a good catch.
That was number 14, Bradley Miller, on that nice grab. Let's go ahead and catch the carry one replay.
Yeah, he's at the top of your screen here, and he's just going to run right now. He's open. Quick ball right to his hands. And tackled by also number 14, Xylis Panchera. We got a water break coming up. And I believe we're going to take a peek at the McMurdo Family Vision scoreboard. See some local scores. All right, Abe, we get another chance to see this offense and this defense. We've had some really good battles. It's like
Mustangs got twins receivers to the right. Quarterback drops back, hits a nice slant pass. Looks like he has enough for a first down.
Big tackle, hard tackle by Dalton Williams, being able to fly up. You're just gonna see this. I mean, Thomas does such a good job of firing that ball in there, but Dalton Williams comes in with a hard hit.
He threw a dart. I got to give it to Bryce Backus because he knew that hit was coming.
Bryce has had a couple big catches for the Mustangs.
Mustangs stay in that same formation. Thomas rolled to the left, pitches it to number 18. He turns the corner.
Yeah, that's just an option, and Thomas has shown that he is not afraid to run it, but that looked like he was just going to give the ball to Sims quickly so he could try to turn that corner, which he does do. You're going to see it right from the get-go. He's got two hands on the ball. He's going to toss it, and look at the run by Sims, having the ball nice and high and tight on that carry, forced out of bounds. Just a yard and a half short there.
Second and 2. Quarterback keeps to the left side of the field. He finds a seam, and he was able to pick up about 6-7 yards on that carry for another Mustang first down.
Yeah, I mean, he's just weaving around through there up the middle and able to pick up that big first down. And Springstead has a lot of defensive players in the middle. A lot of defensive players there in the middle.
First and 10 for the Mustangs from the 39.
Big first down. Look at that view. We are on the field. That is a great view. You get a good picture here of the defense.
Thomas hands it off.
Yeah, that's probably,
Sims make a nice hard run on that.
When you're getting 4.5 yards a carry, that'll march you all the way up and down the field. So we got a Springstead defensive player. Looks like he needs a little break here. We're going to take a commercial as well.
Certainly, I'm an avid golfer. Been golf usually weekly. play a lot with my wife.
With the repetitive motion, as you know, with a lot of golfers, it's an unnatural motion that you put your body through.
After suffering for years with shoulder pain, Mike chose stem cell therapy as an alternative to surgery.
I'm just excited because patients that have been in pain for years that are now doing the things that they want to do, and Mike's just going to be adding to that list.
Call Aligned Integrative Medicine for exam and x-rays to see if you qualify for stem cell treatment.
That looked like number 34, Alex Blumenstein, that the injured Eagle that was helped off the field. Hope he's okay.
2nd and 5 for the Mustangs.
Yeah, looked like they did it again. Eager defense got him a 5 for yards, but still should be just short of the first down here. So they're still going to have to play the 2nd down play. But the Eagles' offense doesn't need any help moving this ball.
Thomas drops back. He looks deep. He puts the ball up in the air.
Oh, great catch. Is he inbound?
It looked like he was in. Referee spots the ball at the 1 yard line.
That's a great catch.
Let's check out this Care One instant replay.
Look at that, right up there, going out of bounds. That's number 48, Mr. Tillman. That's the freshman, Mr. Tillman, who went up and caught that ball. So we've talked about some sophomores and now a freshman. I mean, this Mitchell's team should be pretty good for the next few years.
And they punch it in.
It's like Sims on that touchdown run. That's his 2nd touchdown of the evening. Doesn't have to go far, but he does have to cross the line, and that's what he does. That'll put the Mitchell Mustangs up 13-7 with the ensuing extra point. But they are going to line up in that little funky swinging gate formation to see if they actually kick it or go for 2 here. But yeah, they are going to go ahead and kick it.
It looks like the extra point is good, which brings it Mustang 14, Eagles 7 with 3 minutes and 51 seconds remaining in the game. Let's take a commercial break. It was. You know, it's been a very interesting game. Right now, the Eagles got 3 minutes and 51 seconds before half to answer that touchdown by the Mustangs. You know,
And they've had some really good success on offense. They just haven't been able to clean up 3rd down. You know, and if they can clean up the 3rd down play and pick up those first downs, and they picked it up a couple times, but they had to punt. And that's not going to sustain the drive, obviously, but we'll see how this return looks. A lot of space there in the middle.
Pooch kick. Cut a 30-27. Hits a man, number 27.
Yeah, that's
really
Dalton Williams on the return. I mean, he's their safety, and he's a guy who had that big tackle earlier. And anytime he has the ball in his hand, he's looking for violence. Like you just saw it there. He caught the ball, but he wanted to hit somebody, and he did. And he's a strong, he's a real strong football player, and they love him. You know, the last time we did a game, I believe he was our Glory Days Player of the Game, and for his strong defensive effort. And today we're going to have a Gulf Coast a Gulf Coast
Player of the game.
and
what do they get?
well, that's a great view there of the sidelines.
So what does the player of the game get?
They're going to get it's Glory Days. It's a Glory Days player of the game. They're going to get a T-shirt from GCSN and a gift card from Glory Days. Quick pass
To Davis.
yeah.
Davis makes a spin move.
And Tyree's one of those guys that want to get the ball to in space because he can spin, he can fly. And you're going to see he gets this 2-yard pass, boom, right there, and he's able to get it, and he's going to hit spin, but they are there to clean him up. I mean, they had 2 more guys on him. Big time tackle there for Cody Allen, number 11, the defensive end for the Mustangs.
Bring up 2nd and 8. Eagles seem to be in a 4-wide set. Martinez in shotgun formation. He gets the ball. He rolls to the left. Puts the ball in the air. Too high. Ball was intended for number 8. Terrence Wright.
Yeah,
but it was too high.
Yeah, Terrence Wright's their number 1 receiver based on stats. And, just sailed it north of him again. But it does stop the clock with, 3:06 to go in this first half. But it is 3rd and a little bit here, 3rd and 9. Big 3rd down play.
Eagles go ahead and line up in the trips to the left. Single receiver on the right side of the field. Martinez dropped back. He puts the ball deep in the air. He got number 6.
He had a man.
In and out of the hands of
That's
Jaden Skipper.
Yeah, he's a senior who had some knee injuries, and he's back healthy, and he's one of their speedsters they want to get the ball to, and just floated it a little bit over. That's a great view of Jaden. But that is a punting situation, which means your defense has to come back out against this high-powered offense in a game that they're down by 7. So this could be a really important part before the end of the half here.
And I think Mitchell is going to take advantage of that 2 minutes and 55 seconds remaining. I believe they're going to try to go downfield and try to punch it in one more time before half. Nice high punt. Takes the Eagles bounce. Look like it's down at the 20. Looks like the 28-yard line.
Yeah, it looks like Jackson Nichols was the one who downed the ball, handed to the referee so he could go play some defense. Make sure you guys stick with us for our senior spotlight. Clint Huggins today, here just in 2 minutes and 44 seconds as we get to halftime. Can't wait to hear Clint's story and see his journey as he talks to us about how he was brought up with football. Big drive here.
Thomas rolled right, quick pitch to Sims.
Got a block.
Sims round the outside, he turns the corner, picks up about 6 yards on the carry.
Yeah, so they've gone to the left, now they go to the right, and you're going to see on this instant replay, he's got a blocker here. The edge is sealed, he's got a block. He's able to just he was patient, but he's able to, the defense was able to bring him down. But the tick-tock with 2:17, 2:16, 2:15.
He drops back, hits another out route to number 2, and he picks up a first down. He's taken out of bounds.
That's Bryce Backus again. Backus, it's got to be his 3rd or 4th catch. You're just going to see right here, he finishes the catch. He catches here, but he's able to put his shoulder down at contact and have a little bit of contact there with Pastrana for the Eagles, as now they're trying to rush a little bit to the line of scrimmage, see if they can catch the Eagles off balance.
Another hit to number 2. He's trying to make a man miss.
Yeah,
he picks up 2 yards, still moving, and it looked like it's some laundry on the field.
Yeah, they accidentally got the face mask on the tackle, but, dude's been taking you to the ball, Mr. Backus. And that's back-to-back plays for him as they sort this out.
And they'll pick up a big first down. Looked like it was either face mask.
They got the great signal there. Face mask on the Eagles. Going to be a first down. Minute 49 to go in this half, and they're 41 yards away from another 6 points here, Abe. But you can see the Springstead defense spread out. They got three guys back pretty deep.
Little motion. Thomas roll left. Drops back, put the ball in the air.
Looks like it might have been out of bounds.
Looked like he made a catch, but referee signals out of bounds.
So he did catch the ball, but his toes were out of bounds. But pretty good ball. You know, quarterback Thomas is just rolling to the left and able to bring his feet back to throw that ball. Pretty good coverage by Pastrana again. But it is a minute 46 with the clock stopped on the incompletion pass.
Again, Thomas pitched to Sims. Sims around the left side. He makes a man miss. He's still on his feet. Picks up about 3 yards on that carry.
A lot of balance there by Sims. I mean, you know, he was pushed and nearly brought down more than once. He's able to keep his balance, but he does stay in bounds, and that does keep the clock running at 26, 25, 24, and now it's third down.
The Mustangs coming at trips to the right. Clock still ticking. Thomas takes the snap, roll to his right, and hands it off undercover.
He slipped a tackle.
And he making some men miss. He's still on his feet. He's still on his feet. He got one man to beat.
Wow.
And he's in the end zone.
We got a couple Eagle guys down on the ground, but that is a touchdown for Mitchell. A really smooth handoff, as you explained. But it looks like we got somebody down. Hopefully they're okay. Take a peek at this. It looks like a quarterback rollout. He's going to roll out, and Sims there just makes the pocket, and he puts it in. He's able, look at, he just keeps running. Missed tackle. Eyes were down. I mean, some really good effort there by Sims to be able to put them up 20-7 right before the halftime. And we talked about how important this drive was going to be. But really good run by that young man, number 18, Mr. Sims.
Looks like we got a player down.
Yeah, sometimes on those plays like that, when you're able to get your offensive lineman downfield, sometimes those blocks happen pretty big, But that
was number 14,
Pastrana.
Pastrana.
He's really did a good job for the Eagles defense in the secondary there. But we should have an ensuing PAT with 43 seconds to go in this first half. But the Eagles do come out after halftime with the ball. So they'll get another chance here, another quick kickoff after this PAT. Good picture by the hold. Snap was good. The hold was good, and the kick was good. It makes it 21-7, Abe. 21-7. They got 43 seconds to go in this half. Can the Eagles respond in 43 seconds, or is coach just going to take a knee here and just revamp their boys, get them back together, and go into halftime?
Well, right now with 48 seconds remaining, he could try to do something, get down the field, get in a field goal range. And remember, they get the ball back, beginning of the third quarter. So putting some type of points on the board, getting a little momentum.
Yeah, they do have a good field goal kicker, Maldonado. So even if it's 10, it could matter. A 3-point play brings them to 10, and that can matter. But they do have some explosive receivers. We talked about Terrence Wright. We talked about Jaden Skipper. I mean, there's always Tyree Davis. I mean, we have a lot of talented receivers here. Derek Chirella. I mean, there's some speedy guys that can get downfield. And if Gio can toss that ball nice and high and far, he might have an opportunity.
So, it's 48 seconds remaining in the half. We got a lot of stuff going on. We got the player spotlight. We got coming back with the trivia, PDQ trivia.
Dalton Williams on the return decides to take it to the other side of the football field. But a decent return, which is going to give them 30, looks like the 32-yard line here, Abe. So they have some room to work with 35 seconds to go here in the first half. I think they have to take a shot. That's what I think. I think if I got those speedsters and I got Gio, give me some protection. But I would anticipate the Mustangs to be in a little bit of a prevent defense here. But they're not. They got one.
Well, last time they went deep, they went to Jaden Skipper.
Oh,
and he's like he's out wide right now. Nice slant.
Yeah, great.
And guess who the pass
Terrence.
was to?
Yeah, Terrence Wright. So the Mitchell Mustangs show that they are not in a prevent defense, but pre-snap, and then right before the ball's hike, they had 3 cornerbacks delay and back up. Oh, that short pass that was to Tyree Davis there, but it will stop the clock.
7 seconds remaining.
But we do have a flag on the play. I don't know. Oh, we got a personal foul. That's going to be 15 yards. And now they're going to be on the other side of the 50 now. So we know Gio can throw it to the end zone here if he has to. So a little new life here as the Eagles are sprinting up to the line of scrimmage. They got trips to the one side and man coverage on the left here. All right, they're going to stop that clock.
Incomplete.
They give a quick no catch signal by the referee. You can see this replay. Springstead's begging for a little early contact, which he pretty much timed that just right. But a little bit of time left to go here in the first half.
You take a shot, D.
Yeah, take it.
See if you can get the pass interference.
Okay. Oh!
You got timeout.
Wow. He wanted to run it, but was able to see Jaden Skipper coming across the middle of the field. Now you're at the 20-yard line, Abe. You're going to see him right there pull it down and throw to Skipper. And with 1 second to go, 1.9 seconds to go.
He gave that look like he wanted to run, but then he ran up, stopped, and then threw a dart.
And stayed behind the line of scrimmage. All right, so this will be, without a penalty, this will be the last play of the first half.
Do you kick a field goal or you just put it in the air and find your playmaker?
Well, they do have a field goal kicker, but I don't see Maldonado out there on the field. Or do I? That is Maldonado. I do see Maldonado on the field. That's number 10 right there.
Oh, nice.
So they are going to go ahead and try this field goal. And it looks like the Mustangs are going to come try to block this. Maldonado's been great on the season for the Eagles.
Is up, is high enough, and it is good.
We said that might be the difference in the ball game, those 3 points. Great job by the Eagles offense to be able to march this ball down the field and get it as time expires in the first half, Abe.
And it was a great first half, for both teams. Penalties playing a part, special teams playing a part, and defensive plays. So, we have a great game, and now we're at halftime. So we're going to get ready to send it to Will up in the booth.
Thank you very much, Abe and Dave. Wow, what a ball game we have going on here. 21-10 is our score as we go into halftime. Advantage Mitchell over Springstead. Don't want to go anywhere. We got some great second half football coming up. But first, We've got GCSN at the half. We're going to have a quick interview with the Springstead Athletic Director, Matt McGarry, to get the lowdown on all the fall sports activities here at Springstead. Then we're going to have our senior spotlight featuring Clint Huggins before bringing it back home to our field analyst, Derwin Gray, who will give us his halftime thoughts and analysis. And then we take it back up to the booth for Abe and Dave to take us home. So don't go anywhere. You're watching the Gulf Coast Sports Network. We'll be back right after this. Welcome back to Springstead High School. Tonight's ball game 21-10. Mitchell over Springstead here at halftime. But for now, as part of our halftime show, we would like to welcome Springstead Athletic Director Matt McGarry down on the field with our own Dustin Atkins. Dustin?
Good evening, everybody. This is Dustin Atkins with the Gulf Coast Sports Network. I'm here with Springstead High School Athletic Director Matt McGarry. Matt, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing great. Doing great.
Great. Why don't you tell us a little bit about what we can expect for the fall and sports-wise?
Hold the microphone
well,
higher.
We're still trying to make a playoff bid here, so this is a big game for us.
Microphone higher, Dustin.
Right now we're currently in the 5th spot, so winning out is going to be pretty important. On the other side of things, our volleyball team's trying to make a berth. We got boys and girls golf districts next week. Try to get some guys out, and we're moseying on, trying to be competitive.
Great. And this is your first year as athletic director at Springstead. What are you envisioning for the future here for the athletics program?
Well, I was lucky enough to learn from Dustin, and be under him for a long time. This is my 13th year here coaching, so just continuing the tradition. I'm a Springstead alumni, so just kind of, everything that I was ensconced in as a player and as a coach, just continue to bring those things to here and hopefully continue to, keep feeding in some pretty competitive sports programs.
Outstanding. Well, we appreciate your time tonight and wish you best of luck for today. All right, we're going to send it back up to the booth.
Thank you very much, Dustin, and thank you again to new Springstead Athletic Director Matt McGarry as he takes over the Springstead Eagle programs. And now we've got a very special treat for you, our senior spotlight this evening. Senior defensive player for the Springstead Eagles, Clint Huggins. And then we'll come back with our field analyst, Derwin Gray, to close out our halftime program.
about 4 or 5 years old whenever I started playing football, and along with that came wrestling. I just did what my older siblings had done and kind of followed in their tracks, so I ended up playing baseball for about 3 years, don't know the age range. Played basketball for about 3, and then only played lacrosse for about a year. Whenever I was playing baseball as a kid, the team was always very close. Our families would all hang out every weekend. We'd travel together, we'd do everything together. Basketball, it was always something that you could train for. There was really no point that you needed to stop. You'd always work for yourself and just always work to make yourself better. Football, the same way it's always been. Loved the team, loved just the aspects of the sport, how physical it is, how hard you could hit, how you could do whatever you need to do to make a play. Wrestling, always been an individual sport. Work very hard for it. You've always had to work hard for it. It's very physically demanding. You need to be very conditioned for it. And for lacrosse, I kind of did that as an off-season football thing because you could be physical in lacrosse too. You can go hit people, do what you need to do. That took a lot of training just for me to build up where I was at. But once I got to a certain point, we moved away and I had to stop. Or 5th grade summer, we had moved down to Clearwater, Florida, from vacation actually. So I moved down, started playing for Clearwater. It's a travel team. It's not for any certain middle school. I went to Safety Harbor Middle School where there was no football team. And then we had about 4 games. Season got canceled because of some stuff that happened within the team. Moved up to Spring Hill when I was in 7th grade. Did not play 7th grade year for Western Ando, but 8th grade year I did, and I had a breakout season, you could call it, in middle school. County leading tackler, so that's kind of where it all started. 8th grade year when I was at Western Ando, being a county leading tackler, and not only leading the team as a tackler, but leading the team as a captain, really did make me excited for what I had coming up because I knew there was a bright future within football for high school year. Freshman year, I ended up going to Central High School, which is right next to Western Ando. That's kind of where they go. The middle schoolers lead into the high school. And 8th grade year is when COVID really hit. That's when we all went into our lockdown kind of thing. Everything went online. School was online my whole freshman year. There was no sports. It was a rough patch because everything that I was looking forward to a whole freshman year, very important year throughout high school, was kind of taken from me due to COVID. But that did make me more hungry for sophomore year, just to let me reach my goals throughout high school and see where I was going to be. Sophomore year, I'd only missed 4 plays throughout the whole season, so I was very well in shape, and I don't know if the word was prepared from coming out of COVID year, but I was excited. I definitely had that hunger in me. I was going out there, I was going to be physical, I was going to play for the team, help as much as I could, and I believe that I did that. Just missing 4 plays throughout the season is pretty impressive alone, but being able to not get injured throughout that whole season definitely meant a lot.
Clint came to us from Central about his sophomore year, and he's grown so much since then, strength-wise, conditioning-wise, physicality. I thought he was a good player back then with a great motor, and as he's grown and into his senior year now, he's become an animal on the field. So it's someone that we have to have on the field at various positions, whether it be D-line, outside linebacker, inside linebacker. He's just a tremendous talent, very physical, and a guy that needs to be on the field on defense because you want to play with guys with heart, desire, and intensity, and he exhibits all those.
Going into my junior season, I had transferred over to Springstead High School, whole new coaching staff, all new kids. I didn't know 95% of the team. So I was just now coming in to see what I was going up against, and I've kind of made my way up through it. I think I'm to the point that I need to be at within the players, and a whole new coaching staff, great coaching staff. The staff within the school, amazing. All the teachers, they're the best teachers you could ask for. And the students, they're definitely very helpful. The team is very close. We've all played together very well. So I only played 7 games because I broke my foot. But within those 7 games, I had 49 tackles, I think 6 sacks or so, which isn't really bad for being a defensive tackle weighing 170 pounds. It's a very undersized, but physical, getting in there, working, doing everything I needed to do to have myself on that team.
Clint's also a wrestler. He actually got hurt the last couple of seasons for football. Had an ankle injury, couldn't play in the spring game this past spring. But wrestling helps him in the physicality part, the toughness, the mental toughness, because it's just you and him one-on-one when you're wrestling under a microscope. And if you could handle that pressure and intensity on a wrestling mat, then on the football field, it helps out a lot. And then a lot of the pushing and pulling and, and tackling and all that stuff rolling around the mat. We don't want to get involved in personal battles like that in football, but when it comes time, I feel like he's going to win the battle more often than not.
I am also a multi-sport athlete at Springstead High School. I wrestle as well as playing football. Last year my record was 25-8, and I was 1 match away from going to states. But this year I'm definitely projected to do better. I'm state ranked now, so we'll see where that goes.
This is Clint's 3rd year in the program, and we're expecting big things out of him. He's already stepped up in practice as being a leader, and it's not just the leadership, the vocal leadership, but it's also him. Enthusiasm's contagious, intensity and all that stuff, and defense feeds off that. So when you got a guy out there like going as hard as he is and flying around and always around the football, then it makes those guys want to do the same thing. So you need tough guys like that on defense to kind of rally the troops and get the guys playing full tilt, like the way he does.
It is my senior season going into class of 2024, which is really exciting. The defense looking very stacked. We have some players on our team, and I'm aiming for 100 tackles, 10 to 12 sacks, and 5 interceptions, because as long as playing inside linebacker, I'm going to be playing outside linebacker. So within those 2 positions, there's very diverse stats between those, within sacks and tackles and stuff. But the whole team is held together very well. Coaches, they are outstanding. They care about you. They don't treat you just like a football player. They treat you as a person. They will do whatever's best. They teach you everything you need to know. I'm aiming for a 10-0 season. I think we could do it. We have 6 playoff contenders on our schedule, which, yeah, it'll be rough. We'll have some games that are going to be closer than we want them to be, most likely. It happens every year. But they're still winnable games. I think we could do it as well as other kids on the team. So I want to have a deep playoff run, if not state run, state championship team. The team has some players, so we could definitely make it far.
Clint on the field is a great player for us and a great talent, but he also, brings that work ethic off the field with his GPA. He's got a high GPA. He's an honor student, and he's setting himself up in the future for something in the medical field. He's doing a lot of volunteer stuff at medical facilities, kind of shadowing surgeons, stuff of that nature, to kind of set him up for his future. So he's well aware that there's life after football, whether it end in high school, college, or even professional level. Football's got to end at some time. So he's prepared for it. His dad stays on top of him, and they do a good job with it.
This year, going into my senior season, I'm dually enrolled as a student. So almost every single class I have, 6 out of the 7, are going to be at Pasco Hernando, college. I am an understudy to an orthopedic surgeon, so I've been in there shadowing him all summer, went in and seen some surgeries. He's leading me through med school, almost, you could say. He's teaching me a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I see Clint as a model, just model citizen. A great father, son, just a husband, just great to be around, and whoever he comes in contact with, later on in life or in his professional life or in his social life, they're going to benefit from being around him because he's a great character guy and a guy that you want to gravitate to because he's going to do the right thing and he's going to rub off on you and really, iron sharpens iron. He's going to make you a better person.
This is a very big chapter in my life. I've been through a lot, physically, mentally, just coming throughout the years. My family has been a very big part of that for me. My mom, dad, grandma, grandparents in general. All of those people have built me to be the man that I am today, or the man that I'm growing into be. All of these coaches throughout the years, youth football coaches, youth like basketball coaches, sport coaches, and they're all building me to be the best athlete and person that I can be. I would like to say thank you to them, thank you to my family, just thank you to all of my peers that I kind of look forward to and that I work for. Senior season, class of 2024, this is it. This is what everything's built up to. Let's get it going.
So again, in halftime here at Springstead High School, 21-10. Let's take it down to Derwin Gray for his thoughts on the first half. Derwin?
Thanks, Will, man. This is an exciting game so far, which we all knew. It's going to be a great game tonight, man. These guys are playing their hearts out. I'm actually a little more shocked that Mitchell is actually playing a hell of a better game than Springstead is right now. These guys are coming out firing, man. These guys, the quarterback, Thomas, is having a great day. These guys, I'm watching them as they warm up. He's fired up to get back out there on the field to try to lead his guys to victory. They really want that fifth win on the season. You can feel the energy from the beginning tip-off to now, man. These guys are one that come out of halftime right now. These guys are on fire. Springstead, man, they trying to get the run game going right now. The O-line is struggling up front a little bit, but McCasey is still knocking on that door to trying to find that hole. If all it takes is one big run to get these guys back in it. These guys are not far away. Springstead, as they taking the field right now, they're fired up. They feel like they can come out with this victory right now, and I'm looking at some of the leaders as they're taking control right now and getting these guys fired up for the second half. I'm excited to see McCasey get going a little bit more. I'm excited to see Trent Hayes go out there and try to make something out of the O-line and get these guys going a little bit more. But man, I got to say, it's been an exciting first half. As they closed out, they got a big field goal to get this score to 21-10, man, to give them momentum. I'm excited, man. The crowd is pumped up behind me, and I can't wait to see the second half. Man, back to you, Will.
Thank you very much, Derwin, for that halftime report. We're about ready to get underway here. It's the start of the third quarter, so that means it's time to send it back up to the booth for Abe and Dave to take us home. Boys?
Well, Dave, coaches had their opportunities to talk to their team about, first half miscues, penalties, and different things that they can do to come out the second half. Springstead to get the ball first. And if you was coaching the Eagles, what would you do in a situation like this? You're being down 21-10 with the team that if you keep the ball in their hands, they're finding a way to find the end zone.
Yeah, Abe. If I was the coach on the field, and Coach Garofano is a great coach, and I'm sure he just preached to him that we're still in the game. We're going to take the opening drive down. You just got to give them belief. Hey, we're going to take this opening drive down. We're going to score this game. We're going to play football. And, defensively, they're just giving up too many yards on first down. They're making it 2nd and 5, second and 4. And, you just got to make sure your first down defense is playing a little more crisp. But obviously, we spoke about penalties. You can't give them the 5 yards, can't give them the 15, and you got to believe that they're going to respond and play a great second half. But kudos to Mitchell, who's come down and looked so crisp on the offensive side of the ball. The defense is making punt situations as well. So it's been a really good first half, and I'm excited to see the second half here.
Well, the Eagles defense is going to have to put some pressure on Thomas. Thomas is being able to run left, run right, and then run up the middle, and still either tossing the ball or throwing nice slants. He's been very accurate on the slants and those out routes, and he had a couple posts. So they got to bring some pressure and apply some pressure on him. Also, number two, they got to put somebody on Bryce because Bryce is making some big plays and he making some yards after catch, which is also opening up that run game for Sims.
Yeah, and
So they got to find an answer for that.
and some of those catches are contested catches, but they're catches nonetheless for the Eagles or against the Eagles.
Nice high kick.
Dalton Williams again, Abe. He's got some room, Abe.
He finds it outside. He has a lane. Got some flags on the field.
We got 2 flags on the field. I saw a couple pancake blocks. We're gonna have to see if they're gonna call that on maybe their hands got outside. We're gonna find out. I didn't see any face mask opportunities, so should likely be a hold on the Eagles, and it indeed.
And it looked like what happened was that on that pancake block with number 40, Huggins, it seemed like he stayed on top of the guy as the guy was trying to get up, and the referee saw that, which it wasn't by the play, but you can't do that, especially with a nice run, on this special team play.
Yeah, so they're going to sort things out here because there's more than one hold on the play. Looks like they're going to take the one that backs them up the farthest, which makes the most sense based on where the penalty occurred. But it'll be first down for Gio, Martinez, and the fellas.
So instead of starting out with that great field position, they're getting backed up.
Back to the 20-yard line. Hey, I'm excited to see how these guys respond, but I'm also excited to see that trivia question that we got coming up here in just a few plays.
Do I get to play? Or what do we need to do in order to play?
Hey, just answer the question. Oh boy, he's got a blocker. Oh, he's got a fumble. Oh boy, yeah.
It looked like it was a nice catch by Austin.
Yeah, they were blocking really good for him too, and it looked like Jaden Skipper was on the block, and Austin popped the ball out there with it looked like the helmet was on it. The helmet was on the ball, popped the ball out. Looks like they call holding though. So that's 2 holding calls on 2 different plays. And Coach Garofano, I'm sure, spoke to him about playing smart football, control the things you can control, and keeping your hands inside and your feet moving fast. That's usually how you avoid a hold. And it's going to bring up first down.
Quick handoff.
Oh, he's got some room. Oh, Abe, they are not
down
going to
the
catch
field.
this guy.
He's to the 50. He's to the 40. He's to the 30. He's to the 20. He's at the 10. He's in the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. That's number 4, Connor Macavio.
Uh-oh. Look at the 40-yard line, Abe. At the 40-yard line, ladies and gentlemen, there is a pink flag on the play. But look at that room. Look at that. Look how fast he is running. He has no one to outrun. He just read that, got there, and hit it quick. But they are going to talk this over as the referee is going to Mitchell sideline to either inform them what just occurred.
Touchdown.
Okay, touchdown's good. So it would have been after the play.
Unsportsmanlike on the Eagles.
Okay.
After the touchdown.
All right. Yeah. You hate to see a touchdown wiped off the board because of a penalty, and it doesn't happen here, thankfully, if you're an Eagles fan. But that was a great run. You and I don't know about you. I love offense, and I love to see big plays like that. And we talked about the firepower on both sides of the ball here, and a quick strike by the Eagles here.
It looks like the extra point is good. I love the acceleration of Macasio on that play. Once he had a little room and a little daylight, he took it to his advantage. He took it straight downfield, and he let his legs do the work.
He was flying. I mean, there was you always do the angle drills to head off the offense, and you never ever have had a concern that they were going to catch him. I think it's almost time for our trivia question. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to answer our trivia question, get involved in our chat room. Make sure you click that subscribe button, and the first one to answer. Here it is, the question. In what year did Mitchell and Springstead have their first regular season game against one another? What year was that? Because they've been playing a couple years now.
Right, we don't have that Jeopardy theme song to go on while they try to find out. So hopefully someone that has subscribed has that answer and they can go ahead and let us know. So we're sitting and waiting patiently.
Well, they've met in the playoffs, I'm guessing, before, but we're going to regular season game.
But I must say, Dave, we got a game on our hands right now. It's 21-17, but it's anybody's game because this is very early in the third quarter with 11 minutes and 23 seconds remaining in this third quarter.
Well, you talk about momentum, and that's a big momentum shift. I mean, that big play, like an 80-yard touchdown scamper. Oh, fair catch call by Sims, doing it for him on the special teams. He said, "Hey, let's keep this ball at the 50-yard line."
But you know what? That's a dangerous player to be kicking a pooch kick too, because that is their leading rusher on offense.
He has between receiving and rushing, he averages 200 yards a game.
So let's see how the Mustangs respond to that quick touchdown by the Eagles, which was kind of hit with a few penalties, but then they were able to get a nice burst.
Looks like they're going to bring a little
Thomas
pressure
in the
here.
shotgun. Quick handoff to Sims, picks up about 2 yards on the carry.
It's going to be Diaz on the tackle there. Now, this is what we talked about, right? Not giving them 5 yards on first down. Here you give them 1.5 yards. All right, 1.5 yards. That's acceptable. That's how you get them into punting situations. But we haven't had any tackles for losses. We haven't had any sacks on either squad. We've had some hurries.
And like I said, this is where the Eagles need to put some pressure on Thomas, because Thomas is having his way left or right and being able to throw those darts down the field. Thomas drops back.
Oh, tip
slant
ball.
Was tipped.
Yeah, that ball.
Owens was in the area.
Yeah. Yeah, see our senior spotlight, Clint Huggins on the deflection there, able to put his hands in the air. Now this is the third down situation you want if you are the Eagles. But this offense is so high powered by the Mustangs that they are never out of first down range.
Mustangs in that 4 wide set again.
The Eagles got a lot
Thomas
of
takes
moving
snaps.
around.
He drops back, takes it up the middle, flags on the play. Looks like he had another pickup for a first down as he made connection with number 12, Owens.
Kadarius Owens really took the pop there, but there is a penalty like you mentioned. Look at this replay. He's dropping back, and there's no one in the middle of the field, so he's going to take that and get the first down.
And it looked like it's being brought back of holding on the play.
Yeah, it is, in fact, holding, which will keep it third down, but it's going to back him up to about 3rd and 18-ish. Should be a. I didn't see the moving around pre-snap by the defense in the first half, and now I see quite a bit of them moving around.
Thomas rolled right.
That's going to be
out of bounds.
No completion there. Yeah, you're right.
It was intended for number 14, Brady Miller.
Now that with that holding call, it makes it a little easier for them to go straight to the punting situation here, where before about the 50-yard line they may want to try it on 4th down, but they're not going to try it here. Dalton Williams going to be back deep. Oh,
nice high kick.
Oh, that could be a dangerous ball. As a return man decided to get away from that. Smart
Looks
decision.
like it's going to be down at the 21-yard line. Eagles will take over.
Sometimes those low snaps get people in trouble, like if they don't know it's coming. All right, and what year did Mitchell and Springstead have their first meeting? What year was it? It was 2011, and Mitchell won that game 21-20. 20. Congratulations, Craig, on being the first person in the chat room to answer the question. We will get with you to give you your PDQ gift certificate there in Brooksville, Florida. Congratulations, my friend. They did play in 2003. It was a preseason game, not a regular season game. So 2011 was indeed the correct answer.
Another handoff to number 4.
Ooh. Connor barely sneaks out of that pile, but he was close to another 80-yard run. You're going to see him right
Picked
here.
up 9
He does
yards
a
on
good
that.
job with his pad level right here. He just keeps his pads low, right on contact, and able to come out on top.
And it seems like the Eagles have found something. They found their groove and found their rhythm as they come out of half, because right now they're running the ball successfully and getting plus yards on each carry. Another handoff to Macazio.
Oh, stays on his feet.
He looks like he picked up the first down.
Looks like Cody Allen, the defensive end, was the first one to put their hands on him, but it should be a first down, Abe. If they score a touchdown here, they'll take their first lead of the game. And I understand it's a little early to call it. They're not even over the 50-yard line, but Mitchell has had the lead the entire game. And we talked about momentum, and you talked about getting Connor going, and it looks like that's happening right now.
Eagles line up with the twins to the right. Handoff again to Macazio, but he's brought down, looked like for a loss on the play.
Yeah, it did look like a tackle for loss. That's going to be number 5, Victor Garcia, the middle linebacker. He's a 5'8" and 145 pounds, but he always finds a way to get in there and make the tackle there. It's going to be second a little long, but it looks like we have an injured Eagle on the ground. It might be Connor Macazio, actually, as I look at him. Hopefully he's just cramping up, but he does look like he's in a little bit of pain. Hopefully that young man's going to be okay. But the team is huddled up with Coach as they go ahead. Yeah, you can see the trainers there were talking to him and taking a peek at it. Looks like they're definitely taking a peek at his, I don't know if that's a calf or an ankle, but hate to speculate. Just hope the young man is okay. We've got all the players on a knee there. And let's take a commercial break as they tend to the injured Eagle.
Certainly I'm an avid golfer, been golf usually weekly, play a lot with my wife.
With the repetitive motion, as you know, with a lot of golfers, it's an unnatural motion that you put your body through.
After suffering for years with shoulder pain, Mike chose stem cell therapy as an alternative to surgery.
I'm just excited because patients that have been in pain for years that are now doing the things that they want to do, and Mike's just going to be adding to that list.
Call Aligned Integrative Medicine for exam and x-rays to see if you qualify for stem cell treatment.
All right, Abe, we are back, and yet Connor Macazio was injured, did walk off with a limp. PJ Class is in the game here for him.
Looked like his...
Yeah, PJ may have went on the wrong side.
A little misdirection, little miscommunication between the quarterback and the running back on that play.
Now, Class is a different kind of a running back. He's more of a bruiser. He's a 200-pound running back. He's got good vision. He's got a couple of touchdowns on the season. I do believe he is a senior as well. So get a peek at number 3, PJ Class. Does bring up 3rd down and 11, Abe.
Martinez rolls right.
Good throw.
Oh, in and out of the hands of number 6, Jaden Skipper.
That was a really strong throw by Martinez. I mean, he put it right on Jaden Skipper's shoulder. And, Jaden went over to him after the drop and said, hey, that's my bad. That's a good ball. Throw it to me again. I'll catch it. But that doesn't help move the chains right here, and that'll be a punting opportunity for the Eagles and a blocking opportunity because they've seeped through twice now, just haven't touched the ball yet. Ooh, close.
Nice high kick.
Oh, good roll for the Eagles, but he's going to pick it up.
He what Eagles special teams was able to, square him off and make the tackle.
Yeah, that's Malvar on the return. He averaged about 13 yards every return. Got about 5.5, 6 there, but you know the punter did kind of outkick his coverage a little bit, and Malvar had the room and had the time, was able to secure the ball and then get a couple yards here and there. Good coverage though on the special teams. All right, so your offensive powerhouse goes down. We don't know if he's coming back. Now this defense has to play strong if they want to keep him around here.
Well, it looked like they retaped his ankle, and he's walking around drinking water. He's hopping around, moving around, and you can say that's an impact player.
Oh wow! So Dalton Williams looked like an accidental contact, but the flag was tossed because it was after the whistle, and the refs are going to talk about it. They're going to say, "Hey, this is what I saw. What do you think?" And they're going to have a little committee and see if they're going to waive it off or if they're going to enforce the penalty here. They got to meet about it to make sure they get it right. Good job, John. And it looks like they are going to wipe it off as incidental contact. And I agree with that, Abe. I'm okay with them throwing the flag and say, hey, did you see what I saw? And the other guys come around and said, it didn't look like it was malicious, so let's pick it up and wipe it off. 2nd and 10. The Mustangs don't seem to have any problem with that pickup either. Abe, the Eagles are still doing that switch around.
Hands off to 18. He looks like he picked up about 2 yards on the carry or yard.
So what Springstead's doing is they're changing their alignment and trying to give a little confusion to the O-line. Trying to give the confusion to the O-line there on who to block and things like that.
David, with a game like this, one of the most difficult parts about this game is we have to announce a player of the game at the end of the night.
Yeah, it's based on how well they play. I mean, it could be interceptions, it could be touchdowns, sacks, it could be anything, big plays. But we're going to be keeping our eye out for some of those player of the games tonight. Oh, looks like
they applied pressure, had a hand on.
Got his eyes downfield, wants to throw it.
And it's intercepted by number 27. He finds room. He's still finding room to the outside. He is down to the outside. Good block by Tyree Davis. And he is at the 1 yard line. That was an interception by number 27, Dalton Williams, after the tip. And he was able to make his way all the way down. And right now, Dave, you are seeing this on Care One Instant Replay.
A great job by the quarterback. I mean, Thomas is throwing it downfield. Hey, look at that. Dalton Williams able to pick it up, puts a juke move on. Now look at that. 4 defensive people leading him down to the end zone as he goes out of bounds on, looks like the inch line. I mean, he's 2 inches away. I thought he might have gotten in, but he must have been out of bounds there.
Now we can go back to the very beginning of the game, and we talked about turnovers. Turnovers will be the difference in this game is what we talked about. Right now, the Eagles have had 2 turnovers that have put their offense in great scoring positions. And both of them come by a way of interceptions.
Yeah, and one brought him to the 20-yard line and he punched it in. One brought him to the 1 yard line or inside the 1 yard line. And this is probably PJ class territory here. Tyree Davis is under center here.
Looked like Tyree was in, but.
Yeah, I wonder if there's a timeout called.
Timeout was called by the Eagles.
Oh.
Coach called a timeout. Tyree Davis went over the top.
Yeah.
It looked like he was in the end zone. Now we're going to get ready to take a commercial break, and we'll be right back. In there.
Coach, I think I can get in there from here. All right, Abe, here we go. So the timeout was called by the Eagles, and they're going to get another crack at it.
Maybe the coach saw something that we didn't see, and he wanted to make sure, because this is a critical play in the game. This is critical right here. This can give them an opportunity to take the lead in the game.
There you
Looks
go.
like Tyree Davis is in the end zone,
Should be his second
especially with the
touchdown.
assistance of P.J. Glass
Yeah.
pushing him in the back.
Yeah, I think they call it the touch push or whatever, but that was enough
And
to
they
get
finally
him.
got the signal of a touchdown.
That was his second touchdown for Tyree. Second quarterback sneak. And kudos to the defense again for Springstead being able to respond. You just lost arguably your best player in Macasio for at least a drive, but you mentioned he's up and walking it off and got some tape on it. But let's see this PAT by Maldonado. Oh, it hit the pole. So now it's a 2-point ball game. It's the first time we've seen Maldonado miss a PAT.
But see, one important factor that you have to realize that happened right now is right before half, what did the Eagles do? They took that little bit of time, that opportunity, to at least put some points on the board. And that has made the difference in this game with them coming back out, scoring that touchdown by Macasio, and then now this special team play, with the interception on the defense to get them down there to punch it in once again. Now you have the Eagles up 23-21 with 6 minutes and 59 seconds remaining in third quarter. So we got ourselves a battle.
We do have a ball game, and if I know Caden Thomas, I think he's still going to throw this ball. Like, I don't think he's going to stop because of the two interceptions. I think he's just going to keep throwing.
And like you said earlier, the Eagles need to score 35 points to win this game.
Oh, wow. That looked like he was going to kick it deep. He looked like he was going to kick it deep by the way he approached the ball, but he didn't. And that was covered by Mahaila, number 58 for the Mustangs. Great job on being ready and being prepared and catching the ball and falling down. And really good kick by Maldonado, too. I mean, I really feel like he gave
And it gives the Mustangs great field position because they can strike anywhere.
Well, now we're going to see if the defense continues to move around with the D-line and fiddle with the O-lineman. Because Chirella was over the ball, and now he's on the outside.
Quick pitch to number 18, Sims. Makes a man miss. He reverses it, and he's brought down by number 5.
Jaden James on the tackle for loss there, and we spoke about first down defense, and for the second time this half, they've been able to have a second and long position. Great tackle there on the Care 1 instant replay. Yeah, they're still moving around, Abe.
Thomas dropped back. He looks left. He looks right.
Oh.
Overthrows number 14 on the post route. That's Brady Miller.
Yeah, and Miller was open. He came open late. You're gonna see on the replay here. He's gonna go right down the middle. It looks like a go, and then at the last second, the ball's thrown before he makes his break, and it just out of his reach. But he had some potential, and if he caught it, I don't know that anybody would have caught him.
Had he held it a little longer and then put it in that post was nice.
Yeah. Well, it's gonna be should be 3rd and 17 coming up, Abe, and the last time they had in this position, they did that fancy little draw to Sims, a fancy little handoff, and he was able to dance around a little bit. So it'll be interesting to see what they do here.
Well, that post was wide open, and it was close to the first down.
Yeah.
That coach is looking for success, and that's his sure hands right now.
Yeah,
He probably is going to go back to him. Thomas draws back.
Yep, the post.
In and out of their hands, right back where we said it was going.
And Dalton Williams on the fence there, able to get over the top and knock it down. Look at this replay. He just got the interception, right? He sees it and he's able to get there at the same time, secure the tackle, knock the ball down, and able to get his defense off the field with this 4th and 17. Big play by Mr. Williams. He's been a big play for us all night on kickoff return, punt return,
the interception,
and now he's back deep. Oh.
Look like he'll take a little Eagle bounce and go to the 35-yard line. Well, it'll be the Eagles' ball. 1st and 10 with 6 minutes, 2 seconds remaining in the third quarter.
We're going to take a peek at our McMurdo Family Vision scoreboard, see some of the local area scores. Always great to see some of the local scores, especially this late in the season. You kind of know who has playoff implications, but this
There's direct snap to Macasio. He finds a seam. He's still on his feet. He's down at the 50 after picking up the first down and about 15 yards on that play. It was a direct snap straight to him, so that lets you know he came off the sideline from that energy, that injury, and he's ready to go.
Yeah, direct snap right to him, and he probably does keep his balance there if he's 100% on that ankle. But needless to say, big first down for the Eagles, and it looks like they're going back to the same formation.
Another direct snap to Macasio.
Oh.
He trips up.
Yeah, he put his hand on Dalton Williams, who was lead blocking for him there, and he just kind of ate the turf a little bit. Hopefully that ankle's okay. But it'll be 2nd down and about 13.
The Eagles are coming out in various offensive packages. They have their run scheme, their direct snap.
They have their short yardage game. I mean, they have a lot of packages here, but looks like they're going back with Macasio as the quarterback here.
He's looking for a seam. He found one. He picks up about 6 yards on the carry, which makes it 3rd down and manageable.
Looks like Cameron Council, number 17, was on the stop for the Mustangs. Cameron is a senior. Plays defensive end. All right, so Coach Garofano said, hey, this is how we're going to go once we take the lead here. We're going to go direct snap to Connor, see if we can get down the field. But the Mustangs have got a lot of people inside that tackle-to-tackle box. Somebody moved. I'm not sure if it was offense or defense, but it was pre-snap. We're going to see which one it was on. On the offense. I saw just a little flicker, maybe of an arm or something before the snap, but couldn't tell whose arm it was.
Now it looks like it's going to be 3rd down and about 12 yards to go.
You see Gio Martinez, the original quarterback, coming in. So, passing opportunity. We're going to spread out the defense as well.
Handoff to number 4. Picks up about a yard on the carry. That's Macasio.
Well, they weren't able to pick up the first down, and some pretty strong defensive play there by the Mustangs. But what worries me the most watching this is how close the Mustangs have gotten each and every time on this potential punt. And kudos to the punter last time. He's able to get it down and get it off his foot right away. But they are coming. It looks like they're coming from the far part of your screen. Ooh.
Nice high kick.
Fair
Waits
catch.
for the fair catch. You know, in that last drive for the Eagles, that penalty hurt them.
Yeah.
You know, it slowed that drive down, which now they had to resort to putting the ball, which, you know, they're giving the Mustangs too much time on the clock. You know, because offense need to continue to drive downfield and score points. Remember, you said they got to at least score 35 points if they want to win this game. Right now, we got a 2-point game.
Yeah, we do got a 2-point game. And, you know, the 35 points is still on the table here with 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. But, you know, the Mustangs can put up 35 points as well. You know, they're trying to get Sims going.
He was met by a host of Eagles.
They've done a really good job of containing him. I mean, we saw his 40-yard run in the first half with that fancy little handoff, and he did run. I mean, he's amazing. But they're trying to get him going now.
Thomas drops back. Thomas takes it up the middle. Thomas makes a man miss. Picks up a first down. Got about 15 yards. Then he was finally brought down by number 5, Jaden Jameis. It looks like the Mustangs trying to go into a little hurry-up offense.
Yeah, it looked like that ball was a little loose when he was running with it.
Quick handoff to Sims. He's still moving. Slips down. Picks up about a yard on the carry. Makes it second down at about 9. Clock still running.
Sims very aggressive on his cuts. But he did
2 minutes, 15 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Mustangs still in that 4-wide set. Thomas drops back, pumps, put the ball in the air. Caught by number 14. That's going to be Brady Miller. Once again on that post route that we mentioned earlier that he loves to throw to him on.
I think it's coming back, Abe. I saw the defensive lineman right here at the top of your screen, right there, number 34, got held right there. But look at that, Dalton Williams almost got a hand on it. But good job by Tyree Davis there for the tackle, but great catch for the Mustangs. But it is coming back.
So what's hurting the Mustangs is those 2 interceptions, and now penalties are seeming to come at the wrong time when they're trying to make plus yards down the field.
Yeah, and they're holding penalties, so they're going to bring them back 10 yards, and they lose the catch. So it's like, you know, kind of a double penalty, if you will. It makes it more challenging to give the ball to Sims. Unless it's a screen.
He's still on his feet trying to make something happen.
Looks like 22 on that tackle for the Eagles. That's Jackson Nichols. You know, Jackson's just a junior, 6'4", 180 pounds, and you know he plays a lot on special teams, but he also holds down that edge, which he did there for the Eagles. You know, that's a play I would do too as a coach. Is if it's 2nd and 20, and I don't, you know, it's not common that you're going to hand it off to your running back, even though he's a fast guy. Be able to get him a screen and have some offensive linemen to block with him sets up a big play. But it was well defended there.
So the Mustangs go with the trips to the right. Thomas drops back.
Wow.
In and out of the hands of number 14.
Yeah, the wheel was wide open for Buckus. I mean, he was fast. I'm sorry. Number 2 for the Mustangs. He's the inside receiver there, and he's just doing a wheel route right now.
Look like they're going to bring on their punter, which is going to give another opportunity for the Eagles offense to try to move the ball down the field and put some points on the board.
And you're going to have Owens and Williams back deep for the Eagles. Try to take advantage of this field position.
Owens catches it. Owens brought down immediately at the 40-yard line.
You know, if he does not catch that ball, instead of starting with the ball on the 40-yard line, they're going to be starting with the ball on probably the 15 because that was a missile, and it would have taken a good roll for the Mustangs. So that was not an easy catch either for Owens. I mean, it's kind of like a missile.
So now let's see if the Eagles can move the ball downfield and put some for sure points on the board because right now it's still anybody's game.
Absolutely.
And it's 27 seconds on the game clock on the field remaining in the third quarter. Quick handoff to Bacazio. He makes a man move. He picks up about 5 yards and he's taken down by number 20 of the Mustangs, Dylan Layton.
You know, what I love about Connors, he was going 100 miles an hour towards our direction, towards the right here, and he stopped and went north and south, got right up the middle, and was able to pick up some big yards. Hey, let's take a moment to see some words from our kind sponsors.
One of the reasons we've been so successful at Divinity Med Spa is because we understand what people are looking for. They want to look rested, refreshed, good for their age. We can accomplish this by treatments such as Botox, filler, lasers, and an array of facials, all by a team of trusted experts. This is Divinity, Hernando County's only locally owned and operated med spa. Come see us. We can't wait to meet you.
Look like the Eagle fans are having a great time down there. Look like the alumni, principal and assistant principals all out there doing footloose, with the student body. Martinez dropped the ball. He picks it back up, makes his way around the left side of the field, and he's taken out of bounds after he picks up the first down.
That's just a heads-up play. I mean, he dropped the snap, was able to pick it up, look downfield and said, nah, let's just go for it. And he took off running and was able to pick up I think he picked up a first down.
That's a first down.
All right, viewers, please stay with us. At the conclusion of this game, we cannot wait to announce our Glory Days Player of the Game. The Glory Days Player of the Game is going to get a T-shirt from us, Gulf Coast Sports Network, but they are also going to get the coveted Glory Days gift certificate. And we just thank Glory Days for being such a sponsor for us all season long and being able to honor these young men each and every game.
Martinez hits number 28 around the right side of the field. He had a little room, picked up about 7 yards on the carry, and that's number 28, Austin Stanier.
Austin's got 3 or 4 catches tonight, and he's just a sophomore, 6'2", but it's quick right now. Boom, he catches it, spins out. He's trying to. Tyree Davis. Look at Tyree Davis blocking downfield. Big reason why he was able to pick up some extra yards on that.
And Davis also was blocking downfield on that interception as well. So he's not a selfish player. He's able to play, with his team and does whatever he needs to do to try to help his team
and he
win.
Plays on both sides of the ball.
Martinez threw it a little bit behind number 28 on that play.
Yeah, Austin again. So they really like the Austin kid trying to get him the ball. Stantina, the sophomore. But now you're in a close game. You need another score, whether it's a field goal or a touchdown. It's third down and about 4. Your star running back's a little injured, but he's on the field.
Eagles goes with that trips formation. Motion left. Quarterback keeps up the middle.
Oh, boy.
And he has a seam.
Oh, boy.
He's down to the 10, to the 5, and he's in the end zone. Martinez with a touchdown.
Wow. Hey, that was a very exciting play. And You can see, oh, look at the lights flicker as they're excited here. Check out this replay. Pre-snap, Macasio goes in formation. Gio gives him a little fake, moves the whole defense to Connor, leaving the whole right side open. And great job by Gio Martinez, the quarterback, leading the Eagles to the end zone here. Now you're up
Listen,
by 8.
Dave, I'm going to tell you, that was a beautiful and well executed play. But in that replay and watching it on field, number 73 gave a great block that sprung that. If had number 73 not made that block that sealed that, he opened a hole on that block, and that block gave that wide open tunnel for him. Let's go ahead and take a commercial break.
Oh, they got a kicker.
Let me tell you something. 73.
For the past 5 years,
73
I haven't ran
hit that dude
because I just believed that my body was on the decline, that the pain that I was experiencing was not tolerable enough for me to go out and run. And the day that he adjusted me, I felt that relief, and I felt like I could actually put on my cleats again.
Successful at Divinity Med Spa is because we understand what people are looking for. They want to look good for their age. We can accomplish this by treatments such as Botox, filler, lasers, and an array of facials. Hernando County's only locally owned and operated med spa. Come see us.
Now the kicker's coming off. There he is as he's hobbling with his left ankle. He did get ran into, and there is a penalty on the play, which will be enforced later, but the point was good, which brings us 31 to 21, I apologize. 10-point lead. That field goal comes back in play. You talked about it on that drive when it was coming down. Still, during the commercial break, Abe and I were admiring Mr. Diaz's, number 73, Mr. Diaz's block that helped spring Mr. Martinez free to that big touchdown. Now, okay, so they already moved it. They enforced the penalty before the snap here. The live ball. You know, that was caught by number 20, Dylan Layton again, and you know he couldn't fair catch it because he was running for it. And it is a live ball. He was able to secure it, and then he got contacted immediately by 3 Eagles and was able to hold on to the ball, giving them a 20-yard spot right now. But don't count out the Mustangs. I mean, this offense is explosive, and they've had several near misses on those posts, and they have an electric running back. So 10:31 to go in the fourth.
He looks like he's breaking away. He's still on his feet.
Wow. Now he was running laterally so well and just not going down.
Looked like a 40-yard run on that play. That's going to be number 18, Corey Sims, and he's trying to do everything he can to keep these Mustangs in the game. Check out this Care One instant replay.
I mean, he just gets the ball and just weaves in 1, 2, runs away from that guy. All right, and then they kind of tackle one another, and he's just reading downfield. They're going to give it back to him. Oh, no, they're not.
Quick hitch. Around the right side, looked like he picked up about 5 yards on the carry.
You know, you see Dalton Williams on that tackle, on the bottom of that tackle. So we got 2nd and 5, Abe, and the Mustangs went from the 20-yard line there to, looks like they're about on the almost to the 35 here. So they've moved some yards quickly.
Thomas hands off to number 18 again. Sims, it looks like he picked up the first down on that play.
Diaz on that tackle. Still picks up the first down. But you almost feel like there's some urgency here by the Mustangs being down by 2 scores in the fourth quarter here. Sims again on the carry. Yeah, I mean, it takes 4 guys to bring him down. First one there on scene was number 22 for the Eagles. That's Jackson Nichols again. Called his name a couple times tonight on some big time tackles, but it's 2nd and 8, Abe. So this is that's that first down play where they've been able to hold him under 4 yards, which has been well for him.
This is where they normally go for that post. This is that post territory he loves to hit. Touchdown.
Abe, it was
Mustang.
a post. It was a post, Abe, and that was number 14 for the Mustangs, Brady Miller on the touchdown. He's been a very friendly target for the Mustangs.
And every time they go into that 4 wide setup, check it out on this Care One instant replay.
Yeah, if he doesn't run this, he throws it. That was the outside receiver going on the post. Last couple times we've seen the slot receiver go, but
what they're doing is they're doing a switch deep down the field, and that's why it's springing him open. That's their for sure hands guy. So they're doing that switch deep on the outside, which brings him in and gives him that nice open post. And like I said, before the play happened, I saw it coming because they've been setting that up each and every time.
Great shot of the scoreboard there. Now the cheerleaders, and back to the scoreboard. We're back to a 2-point ball game, Abe.
You know, like you said, the Eagles going to have to get over 35 points to win this game. This still is anybody's game. It's 8 minutes 46 seconds remaining in this ball game.
And we've seen long drives, we've seen big plays, we've seen interceptions, we've seen some small game. I mean, we've seen it all here tonight. I can't wait to see how this turns out.
Well, right now we got a ball game, and as we said at the beginning of the show, we were going to have a battle. So it's going to be very hard to find out who is going to be the player of the game.
Well, we do still have that 25% off at PDQ from now till closing there in Brooksville. Show up, enjoy your 25% discount.
And that's Glory Days located on Cortez Boulevard, correct?
Yeah, PDQ on Cortez Boulevard. 25% off. Look at that, number 30. I think we can reach out and touch him. Look at him right there. Ensuing kickoff. Going to be high.
So PDQ is located at 14069 Cortez Boulevard.
That's going to be returned by Mr. Skipper, number 6. And a very important drive for this game.
The Eagles can't get satisfied with having this 2-point lead. They got to put an offense out there that's going to move the ball downfield and put some points on the board.
And you see Coach Garofano, making sure he tells his team, hey, we got to do this right, we got to do this right. And he just backed a couple of the guys off the line of scrimmage or the sideline there, so they didn't get a penalty. But they do have Gio back in under center, or in the gun actually.
Martinez keeps it, try to find a room, but he picks up about a yard on the play. It's going to bring up 2nd down, 9 yards to go. Clock still running.
You can see some of the offensive linemen looking over to the offensive line coach on the sideline and just asking questions and clarifications, trying to make sure that they get the right guy on the right guy, right head on the right hat. But it will be 2nd in a little bit.
Martinez take it, run to the right side, finds a little gap, picks up about 3 yards on the carry.
All right. So it's going to be a big 3rd down. We've seen a lot of big 3rd downs tonight.
Well, they need this 3rd down because they need to get the chains moving.
Look like number 17, Cameron Council, again on the tackle. That defensive end has been in there a couple times this half. Big tackle for them. So it appears that the Eagles might be trying to get Martinez the ball. Macazio may not be able to carry the load. We've seen him slip a couple times after that injured ankle.
Ball's down on the ground, picked up by Martinez.
Ooh. So these are the mistakes that you can't have late in a game that has playoff implications. It's the second snap we've had that was on the ground, and that, third down is a very important play. So it takes them out of going for it, and it's going to be fourth and about 11 here, and they're going to have to send Maldonado back out. And remember, Maldonado's already a little gimpy himself after getting ran into by the PAT.
Please pick up your trash and into the area around you. Thanks for doing your part and taking pride in Eagle Country.
Looked like Miller was back deep waiting on that punt.
Yeah, great job by Maldonado. Did you see? I mean, the ball touched the ground. He picked it up. He ran away from the pressure and was able to kick that ball on the run. That's not going to show up in the stats, but it definitely, if you understand football, because that could have been a disaster for the Eagles. I think we're going to take a water break, and we're going to take a commercial break.
This is the fourth quarter water break. Water break, fourth quarter.
Mustangs coming out with a sense of urgency. Split receivers to the left. Thomas drops back. He rolls to his right, looking downfield, finds a man downfield and is out of bounds.
Caden Thomas does a great job of always keeping his eyes down the field. We've seen him explode out and run for a first down after everything's covered, but if he can throw it, he's going to try. And he had a guy open. He just kind of let him out of bounds, but it'll be 2nd and 10 for the Mustangs.
This is normally where, he gives the ball to Sims. Sims hits the middle. Tried to give it to Sims up the middle. It looked like he got taken. He lost a yard on the play.
Yeah, Diaz again, the nose guard for the Eagles, and also it looked like Rizzuto coming in from the edge met for the tackle for loss there, but looks like
number 73.
Yeah. Let's take another peek at that scoreboard, the McMurdo Family Vision scoreboard, and see what the scores look like.
Where the Mustangs normally come out with the 4 wide set, and this is where he looks for his out and his post route.
Well, they are in their 4 wide set, like you mentioned.
Thomas drops back.
Oh, big
catch on the post route.
Oh, that was a huge defensive stop. Or Kadarius Owens looked like he might have knocked that ball loose, but didn't. At least not by the ruling. Right there, right in the middle of the field. But Kadarius comes in. Man, what strong hands Brady Miller must have had. I think that's his 4th or 5th catch tonight.
Sims tried to go at the middle, but he was met by P.J. Glass and a host of Eagles on that play.
Yeah, P.J. Glass is, just a middle linebacker that flows well with the ball, and he comes when he sees that handoff, he's going downhill.
Mustangs with the trips. Thomas draws back.
Got some room.
Nice pass. Complete. Looks like he picked up about 7 yards on the play.
Yeah, that's Tyree Davis and Dalton Williams on those 2 tackles. You're going to see this You're going to see this come open right away. Right there, he's just open. Quite a bit of room, but Tyree Davis flies in, and Dalton Williams comes in to help him out. But there was holding called on the Mustangs, which is going to back them up, Abe. We talked about penalties, especially this late in the game, especially a playoff implication game, I'm sorry.
So they back in that 4 wide set. This is where he pumps that pulse. Oh, he gives it. Sims makes a move. Sims still on his feet.
PJ Class was on a blitz, and once he got through the blitz and Sims went to the middle, there was no PJ Class, there was no middle backer, there was no one for the Eagles, and Sims hit that hole pretty good. He's able to get 11 yards off that,
which puts them back in, a great position to try to get this first down.
That's Jackson Nichols on the initial stop.
Thomas rolls to the right.
Short of the sticks. The catch was good, and he got his feet in the.
Gonna bring look like
Brady Miller.
4th and 2.
That's
look like it'd be 4th and 2.
6th catch on the night. It's big 4th down here. Oh, you're down by 2. You got to go for it.
There's a big play right here.
Oh, maybe
looking to try to get him to jump off sides.
Call timeout. They do call a timeout indeed. They're going to talk this over.
So the Mustangs called timeout. They were trying to see what the Eagles were going to do if the Eagles were going to stay disciplined. Right now, Caden has been very successful with running up the middle. It's 4th down and 1. Yeah. So you put Sims in motion.
Yeah, they're talking. You can see right there in the huddle, they're all talking about what you got to do. And that's the O-lineman coach talking to the O-lineman saying, hey, we need 2 yards. I need to know you guys are going to give it to me. Where Coach Garofano's right there, and he's saying, fellas, we can't budge an inch. The game's on the line.
So right now, the hot hands is number 18, Sims. He's been hitting the hole, and he's been hitting the explosives. But you also cannot forget, the beginning of the game, Caden was running an awful lot, especially around the outside, and making plays. Sometimes you just got to put the game in your quarterback's hand. He hands off it. Looks like he picks up the first down.
Yeah, he does pick up the first down. Yeah, when you average 425 yards and you need 2, you feel pretty comfortable about it. But it is going to be a first down, and the clock is going to be ticking. Field goal does put you up by 1 point.
Out route again, immediately by Tyree Davis.
Tyree Davis almost picks that off. He flew up, he read it, but he secured the tackle instead. But, good play by Tyree. We're ticking. We're under 3 minutes and 30 seconds to play in this ball game, and it's been a thriller, Abe.
And this is where the Eagles defense got to stand up. They got to put a wall. They cannot let this team punch it in right now.
Looks like number 10 on the tackle there.
Raul Maldonado.
Yeah. Which might be 18. I think it's 18 because Maldonado's the kicker. So I bet it's Brendan Hopkar for the Eagles. Big tackle. 3rd down. Keeping the clock going. About 3rd and 7 maybe. But this offense has ran a lot of plays tonight.
Mustangs in the trips. Thomas drops back.
A lot of pressure. Overthrows the target. Number 2, Bryce Buckus was the intended target, but a lot of pressure by, I'm not sure if that was Jaden James that was coming in. Let's see.
It was 22 Jackson Nichols who was able to jump up in the air.
5 coming in, lays off of him before being disciplined, not for a penalty. But look at it, it's 4th down, Abe, and this is ball game, right? If you don't pick it up, it's going to be hard for you to win. You like to think you could put it 2 minutes and 34 seconds out of the game if you had to, but it's 4th down, ball game.
Well, you know their money-making play has been that post.
And the
And it's a
post
post again for another first down.
post is there, and that's Jake Malvar, the punt returner and slot receiver. You're going to see this. You know, Caden Thomas is not afraid to play football, and he just steps right in here, throws the post. I mean, we had two guys underneath him and two guys over him, and he catches it right in the middle. And it's a first down.
That's where they give it to Sims. Sims trying to make a cut, and he's hit hard
Yeah,
by
that's
number 3.
yeah, PJ Class on the punishing tackle there. I mean, he gave him all shoulder. You know, Sims does a good job holding on to this ball, but it's going to be 2nd and 8, Abe, and it's 4-down territory.
And the clock is running. Less than 2 minutes remaining in the ball game.
Minute 50 to go. Quick screen. Number 2, he's been all over. Buckus again. You know, between Miller and Buckus, they've been catching the ball all night long and making the tough catches. But it's 3rd down and not very far with a minute 17 and ticking.
Hand off to 18. Sims up the middle. Look like he's in the end zone for a touchdown.
That's going to be Sims' 3rd touchdown of the night. That's Sims' 3rd touchdown of the night as he gets in there, just falls right behind his guards. He didn't have far to go, but doesn't matter. You just got to get past that white line, which he does, and puts the Mitchell Mustangs up right now by 4 with a minute and 6 seconds to go in the contest. So now, they're going to go for 2, which makes sense. You're up by 4. You like to be up by 6. Up by 5 doesn't really matter.
Either way, the Eagles got to score a touchdown.
Yep, that's correct.
So now you got a minute, 6 seconds remaining in the ball game. You got the Mustangs leading 34-30. Eagles still have an opportunity. Eagles still have some big plays. You know what? They just got to stay composed, and they gotta want it. They cannot say the game is over right now.
They have timeouts. They have a kickoff
and they
return.
showed at halftime they was able to get the ball down the field, but this time they need to get it into the end zone instead of a field goal.
Yeah. So this time, instead of settling at the 20 for 3 points, they have to punch it in, and you know, they have the players. I mean, you're looking at Coach firing these guys up. Who's going to be the guy? That's what they're saying. Who's going to be the guy? Be prepared for the short. Well, I would think they're probably going to squib this or kick it nice and high like they've been doing.
Here's the challenge. They can kick it deep, but guess what? The Eagles got players that can return it. They got some speedsters out there that this game is not over. Special teams can make a special play.
That's right. That's right, Abe. I know you love your special teams and you love your no penalties.
Special teams can make a difference in the ball game. You know, and the Eagles' defense have kept them in this game. Ball's up. In glass.
Oh, that's
still on his feet.
He is not going down easy.
And that puts him at the 40-yard line.
You know,
and now a flag on the play. Now depending on who that flag is on, can be a difference maker in this ball game.
Yeah, I didn't see exactly what happened on the play. I just saw a couple Mustangs on the Springstead sideline, but fantastic effort by PJ Class to catch the ball, keep his feet running, and trying to break something. But looks like it's going to be on the Mustangs. The early indication by the
personal foul.
Wow. You know, that's a big.
Told you that
15
that
more
play.
yards. They're going to bring the ball over the 50-yard line, and they're going to have a minute 2 to go in this game. A touchdown wins the game. This has been everything we've asked for, hasn't it? I mean,
Yes, it has.
Look at the scores, 34-30. You said 35 points to win this game if you were Springstead.
Listen, this ball game is far from over. It's a minute, 2 seconds remaining. Listen.
It looks like they have 2 timeouts, too. The Eagles have 2 timeouts to go in the ball game.
Now it comes to trenches and who wants it more by these receivers
we got
of making a play.
Defense, too, Abe. I mean, you can see them. They're spread out. They got the 2 safety look. I mean, they're 15 yards off the ball.
But see, right now, with them doing that and Springstead having that timeout, Macazio, this is what he likes because guess what? You give him the ball and he gets past that first level. He has those guys to respond, and he has the juke moves to be able to get past them, and he has the speed. So that's where their offensive coordinators right now need to call the plays that are going to make the playmakers for this team make it possible for them to win this game.
Yeah, Gio's coming over to Jaden Skipper. Jaden Skipper was bouncing a little bit differently though than he's been all night. Maybe it's a go route. Who knows? He is their go route guy. Oh man, 1 minute and 2 seconds. Brought to you by Gulf Coast Sports Network. Let's play some ball, Abe.
Macazio blocks.
Tyree Davis. Oh,
that's
Austin.
number 28 that was hit. It was Austin taken out. Stop the clock.
Well, he doesn't get much, but what he does do is he shows the Mustangs that they're not afraid to throw it right down here, which could eventually set up the Macazio show that you mentioned earlier.
Well, it seems like the coordinators put Macazio in motion to see what this defense does. The center of the field is wide open. Macazio swings. Look for the double pass.
No, he's not. He's got some room, Abe.
He picks up the first down. They call timeout. You saw what they was trying to develop, but it wasn't there.
You can see it right here. It's a backwards pass. He's got his eyes downfield and says, you know what, I got some offensive linemen. I'm going to go run to them, which he does do.
Which is this anybody's ball game. Clock's running. Martinez drops back. Oh, in and out of the hands of Jaden Skipper.
Well, it does stop the clock. Now, we thought the clock might have stopped, but it was because of the first down. So they still have 2 timeouts. It's second down, 31 seconds to play in this game, or 30 seconds, I apologize. 30 seconds to play in this game.
And I can imagine these parents, their heartbeats are beating. It's senior night. It's a lot. The emotions are high.
Yeah. Yeah, I got Gio going to the side or going to the huddle saying, hey, this is where we're going. I saw Trent Hayes talking to Gio earlier, trying to make sure he knows what the play is. He caught it this time. Jaden Skipper.
Wow. They call timeout. And they got a player down, so they may not have to use a timeout.
Yeah, but I do see a flag right there at the 35-yard line.
And it's look like it's pointed against the Mustangs. And they're marching the ball closer to the goal line.
Look at this. Great run after the catch by Skipper.
You got 21 seconds remaining in the ball game. The ball is at the 5-yard line.
Well, I can't wait.
This is one of those moments everybody is standing because this is a moment right now. You got 22 seconds remaining in the ball game.
And Mustangs are the ones that call a timeout.
Mustangs call timeout. The score, Mustangs 34, the Eagles 30.
I mean,
the Eagles are knocking on the door.
With 2 timeouts in 22 seconds, you can get 3 plays, maybe 4 from the 5-yard line. I mean, we have whatever. Look at that. Look at the coaches talking with the Mustangs. You can't give. You can't give. That's what he's telling them. You can't give. But look at these coaches. These coaches are saying, hey, we need 5 yards to win this game. Who wants to be the guy? Look at that. You got the
This is a game that, you know what? Put the popcorn down because you might waste it and spill it all over the floor. Do not hold a cup in your hand because guess what? This this is it. This 22 seconds remain in this ball game, and we already said Springstead needs 35 or more points to win this game. Right now, they're knocking on the door at the 5-yard line. Macazio is in the game. We have yet to see him touch the ball this series. You got how many timeouts
look,
by
they're
the
doing the
Eagles?
direct snap to Connor right now.
Direct snap. Macazio takes it, picks up about 2 yards.
And a quick timeout by Coach Garofano. Very quick timeout.
Timeout, Springstead.
So he's just on the other side of the 5-yard line.
So here's where it gets very challenging. Now, when you remember we talked about the formations that the Eagles were having. They had the different formations. Now is the time to where you can put Davis under center.
And that's usually what they do in their short yardage situation.
And you run Macazio around the right side. Now, if he can't pitch it to Macazio, you have a tight end or a receiver dragging with him to where, Tyree, you either go make a choice. You give it to Macazio, you run it, or you dump it over the head because you're at the 5-yard line. Everything is right there open.
Can't wait to see what Coach Garofano has for us as the Mustangs defense is ready for the challenge.
But it looks like they're going to go twins to the right, single receiver left.
15.9 seconds to go.
He keeps these down at the 1-yard line. They call timeout again. He's at the 1-yard line. This is where you might need to call in your big boy package. This is where you might need to use PJ Class to punch it in, or you put Tyree behind the center, put PJ behind him, and he pushes him forward like he did last time.
Tyree has 2 touchdowns already from that distance, and Gio does such a great job with that. He nearly got in. I mean, you saw the crowd got so wild and crazy and excited on that.
You got 10 seconds remaining in this ball game. The ball is on the 1-yard line. The Eagles need a touchdown to score
And
win the game.
Trying to keep him out with a defensive stand. I mean, if you're a Mustang fan, you want the defensive stand. That's okay to win the game on a defensive stand, right? But if you're an Eagles fan, you want the glory in the end zone, Abe.
This is where you got to get with your lineman, and you got to say, you got to block your man. This is where you need to win in the trenches, like we said at the beginning of the game. Trenches will be an impact in this ball game. Touchdown, Eagles. Macazio is in the end zone.
Big touchdown run by Macazio. His second one of the evening. Wow, and he leads 5 points. He leads 4 seconds to go in the game.
If you're not excited about this game here tonight, you got to say, oh my God, this has been a battle all night long.
Now, they are definitely going to try to make this this PAT here so that they can have a 3-point game. You know, with 5.8 seconds, anything can happen in this ball game. And it's good, Abe. It's 37 Springstead, 34 Mitchell.
So we mentioned earlier about the pluses and the minuses of the game. You know, and it's one of those things to where, you know, we said they need 35 points to win this game. So right now, special teams got to make special plays right now. Special teams got to make a stop. They cannot let anything happen during this part.
Great view right there of the Mustangs as they come over and say, hey, they did it to us, let's do it to them, right? They want it. I mean, you always want to win the ball game, right? Both teams want to win the ball game. And here they are with 5.8 seconds. Time is running out for the Mustangs.
I'm a firm believer, don't celebrate till you can celebrate.
Yeah.
You know, because special teams, they always say special things can happen. This game is not over.
Well, I don't know that you really want to put the ball back in Caden Thomas's hands if you're the Eagles because he's been electric tonight.
So you got 5 seconds remaining in this ball game. The ball is Pooch kicked it.
Oh, and he downs it immediately.
So that means their offense is going to be able to come on the field and make a few plays. Now, this is where the defense got to play prevent defense. They got to be smart. They cannot get any pass interference. They cannot do any unnecessary roughness or anything that's going to move this team down the field. Because guess what? They got a kicker.
Yeah. Yeah. And
They
they
have
got
a
one
kicker.
timeout. They do have one timeout, Abe. So there's one timeout remaining for Mitchell. This game's not over.
So the Eagles got to play smart defensive ball right now.
Looks like Connor Macazio is playing safety coming in, the offensive threat. Looks like he's playing deep safety. Him and Williams, Dalton Williams back deep.
He caught the ball. He's out of bounds. There's 1.9 seconds remaining in the ball game.
1.9 seconds.
So that means they got to go for it all right now. So the play that's been helping them all night long is that post route.
The post.
Now they may set that post route up, but have somebody down the outside and look for a penalty or a pass interference or something like that.
Yeah.
You got one play. You got to score a touchdown.
Well, Springstead also has to bring some pressure because they can't leave Caden Thomas all day because he will find an open man and he will put the ball on him. So they've really got – I mean, it's a recipe, right? I mean, you got to have a little bit of this and a little bit of that and a whole lot of that.
Well, we said coming into the second half of the ball game that the Eagles needed to put some pressure on Caden. Senior night, emotions high. You're up 3 points. A sack will end this game and it'll make everybody happy.
Yeah,
but if you leave him the opportunity to find one of his receivers downfield to make a remarkable play, here it is.
Game on the line.
Drop back, puts the ball up.
And
it's intercepted.
My goodness.
Tommy Davis has intercepted
What a
the ball,
finish to this
and
game.
the Eagles have won tonight's ball game 37-34.
Wow, what a game, Abe. What an absolute
So that goes to say, who is going to be the Glory Days player of the game?
You know, first of all, what a game it was. And we had so many people vying for this Glory Days player of the game. But, you know, Tyree Davis just put an exclamation point on this game, and he's got 2 touchdowns to go with it, some big blocks downfield, and, you know, playing on offense and defense the whole game. Tyree Davis, congratulations, young man. You are Glory Days player of the game. Excellent effort tonight.
Dave, listen to what just happened. We picked the Glory Days player of the game. And who ended this game for the Eagles?
Yeah, Tyree Davis on that huge stop. But listen, pre-game we said you got to make 35 points to score the game, to win the game, and they get 37. And what was awesome effort. I mean, this has got to be one of the best games we've called in a long, long time. You know, coming down to the last play of the game.
And we knew it would be a battle between these two teams. But Dave, it's been great, and let's throw it up the wheel.
Let's do that.
Wow, what a ball game it was. 37-34, Springstead comes home with the victory on one of the last plays of the game. Wow. So that is your final score, 37-34. Now let's take it down to Derwin Gray for his post-game thoughts. Derwin?
Thanks, Will. Wow, what an unbelievable finish for the Springstead Eagles. Those guys had adversity in their face. They found a way to overcome that in the last final minutes to get the win. Macazio, man, had a crazy play where he was set up to throw the ball and end up taking off to get a huge chunk of yard to set those guys up with a big pass across the middle to lead to a touchdown. Man, those guys found a way to make it happen in the last minute. But I got to give it to Mitchell. Those guys found a way to play hard, give it all they got, man. The young quarterback, Caden Thomas, found a way to find open guys all night to even continue to have a game. Those guys play well, man. I gotta say, if you Mitchell right now, man, don't hang your head real low. Keep them high, man. Man, y'all had a great game tonight, man. But tonight, Springstead Eagles had a better game to get the win in the last seconds. Thank you. Back to you, Will.
Thank you very much, Derwin, for the post-game report. That's going to do it for us here at Springstead High School. Again, 37-34, an outstanding game all the way through. Great job by these two powerhouse programs. We're certainly glad that you enjoyed the broadcast here tonight on the Gulf Coast Sports Network. For Abe Dowdell, Dave Barrett, John McMurdo, Dustin Atkins, Derwin Gray, I'm Will Wilkie, and we'll see you next time.